I do want to address. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is Terracotta Army. We're trying to impress the Emperor by building
impressive things.
Yeah, contributing the most to his mausoleum.
Nice.
It takes place over a few turns. Each have a few phases. You will notice in front of you, you should have 4 weapons, and they should all be flipped to the no side. So you need to flip your weapons over, please, Alex.
To the no?
Yes, you don't have them yet. You should have 3 pieces of gold. You'll have 2 sizes of meeples to begin, where you only have the small ones. You'll have the numbers 1 through 5. Make sure they actually go 1 through 5. Mine had a misprint, so like they're not supposed to be asymmetrical. And you should have your little frames. And then starting with you, here's 1 piece of wet clay. You have 2, and you have 3. I'm player 1, so I don't get any. So the object is to have the most points at the end of the game. We're going to play 5 rounds. Each round has a different type of scoring situation. We'll go through that here in just a few moments. The first thing you get to do in turn order is optionally you can spend 2 gold to spin the wheel. The top wheel, you can spin it. It goes clockwise. The medium wheel goes counterclockwise. And we just need to be careful because sometimes when you move this wheel, it moves both.
Right.
We just pay attention to that. And then so optionally you can spin the wheel. Not optionally, you place a piece. And then starting at the inside ring down, you execute your actions in order. If you don't want to take an action from the inner ring, you can have, I think it's a coin or a clay. Yeah. Same with the middle. If you don't want to do the middle, you can take a coin or a clay. Outside ring, you either do it or you decide not to. No reward for not doing it. You can place anywhere, if there is a little guy, 2 pieces can fit into it. A big guy.
Actually, an artisan has to go here.
Right. Well, I'm saying, if it's not occupied by an artisan, so this is your artisan, I think this is, I don't know the exact term for the small guy, craftsman. You can have 2 craftsmen occupying a spot. But if an artisan is there, the artisan is taking up both spots. But the artisan can jump in, like in that situation. But if he was here first, they can't come in. There are.
And it just comes up with PS. You don't have a face on it or anything.
There's a guy that upgrades your artisan right here. There's only one.
Upgrades craftsman to artisan.
Yeah, and so the craftsman comes off the board, and then it becomes an artisan. And he's an artisan.
Get another craftsman?
No.
Nope. Okay.
So you're never adding quantity of workers.
We only ever have 5 workers.
Yeah, and it seems to me the only benefit is being able to stop people from getting the cool thing. Like,
I thought that you could not place a second one here unless it was an artist.
I'll double. Let's see. You may place any worker in any space within any segment as long as both spaces with that are empty. If one space within a given segment is already occupied by a craftsman, and the other space is okay, you're right. Only an artisan.
Okay.
So if he's here, only an artisan can come here. But if an artisan is here, that eliminates the ability for a craftsman to be there.
And another artisan can't.
Correct.
That makes the artisans much more powerful and significant.
Yeah, you're right. So the quick rundown of what these do, and then we'll discuss kind of the rest. If it has a clay and a black statue, that's spend X amount of clay to build one of these. These are your warriors. There are 4 types. For all intents and purposes in this step, they're all the same. You can just pick a warrior, spend the quantity, put your little player marker on it, on the bottom of it, and then place it on the map. But we'll discuss how that works here in just a few minutes. Here is just game for clay. 2 to build a warrior. This is turn your wet clay over. So when you spend a warrior, actually, I should send this. So you spend 2 clay to build a warrior, for instance. You take 1 clay and you flip it over and it's dry in front of you. This is this side.
Well, that's how you spin the clay.
Right.
Like
And then
spin to clay. Okay.
Excuse me, I misspoke. You take 1 clay, flip it over, and you put it into these warehouses. And the rest the rest of the cost goes back into the supply.
Okay.
One of these needs to be on each one.
To start the game?
Yeah. So this is flip over your dry clay. You'll find out there's ways you can keep dry clay and turn it into wet clay here in a few minutes. This is get 4 points. Upgrade a meeple. So that's the inner wheel. Remember, inner wheel goes clockwise. Counterclockwise is the middle wheel. Again, you'll see the get clay, get coins. This one is grab the top of the player marker. So this will be turn order in the future. Player 1, player 2, player 3, so on and so forth. You'll notice player 2 gets to take that and get a clay, and player 3 as well. That brings us to the masters. There are 6 masters. These are right here. You can only have 1 master per you can only have 1 of your guys in each spot for each master.
Gotcha.
The price of the master is whichever one of these you want to spend. So one of them will cost me 1. Eventually, one of them will cost me 6. Once you've paid the cost and you have a guy on the master, in the future you can just activate it. It won't cost you to activate it. And they would do. In fact, we can just go ahead and run through these real fast since we're on that part. Make sure I don't get these wrong.
I keep wanting to use something that's turned over.
Here we go. We'll start here. So this is pay coins equal to the current round to place a warrior within the mausoleum. So coins equal to the round, which you can see right here. To put a warrior within the mausoleum. You don't have to pay the clay of the warrior. And you have to choose the warrior from the largest remaining column. So we're going to take from the 8 and work our way this way. So you are limited by what you get to choose by using the warrior, but it's a lot cheaper. And we'll talk about weapon activated abilities with the warriors, but you don't get to use the weapon when you're placing with the master. This one. Also, when we get to clean up, you get a coins. This one lets you perform the action of the inner ring a second time, but you have to pay. You have to pay it if it has a cost. During cleanup, you get to have a coin. This one also gives you a coin during cleanup, and you get to move the inspectors 1 or 2 forward or backwards.
You said this one takes place during cleanup? You get it a second time?
This spot in each, inside the little house is the cleanup action.
Okay.
The outside action is the main action.
So it gives you multiple things.
Yeah. So having, in this situation during cleanup, I would get a coin and I could reserve 1 clay.
Okay.
We'll talk about inspectors in a minute, but this one lets you move the inspector forward.
Like that.
That is also only right here. Moving along, this one gets you 3 clay immediately, and during cleanup you can protect 1 of your wet clays.
I got 2.
Because during cleanup we'll flip wet clays over to become dry clay. Because you didn't use it in time. You should have been quicker. This one, same thing. You can protect a wet clay, and it gives you all the dry clay from any 2 warehouses on the main board. So you can have.
I was going to say, I'm going to go with 2 places.
Yeah, you got it. It's the iconography.
2.
This one lets you flip over all your weapon tiles. And also you can reserve a wet clay. So that's going to bring us to the kind of the bulk of the game. Oh, I'll do outside ring first too. This will let you build a specialist, the blue. Specialists cost coin, warriors cost clay. It's the best way to remember that. Also, there's the weapon slot, which lets you turn over that weapon. and that's all the outside rings. Okay.
We probably both get
So the bulk of the game is going to come from the warriors and the specialists being placed on this map. On the side of the box, and I think on each side here you'll see some iconography, which isn't the best. I wish we had a player aid, but we can also pass this around if we need. So you can place these wherever you want. You'll put your own little guys on it. A group is 2 or more orthogonal of the same type. And anytime it discusses, there's 2 terms it's going to discuss. It's going to be domination and presence. When it asks you to determine domination, we'll look at groups. We'll calculate how many of a certain type belong to certain players. Dominance is, did you have the most in that battle? Presence is, did you show up? Yeah, so like for instance here, dominance is on the top number, it's 7 points. Presence, when it comes to the inspectors, it's 3 points.
Winning in that row column?
Yeah, for inspectors, it's going to be row and column.
Okay.
Here,
These are the inspectors.
right. Here, it's whoever has domination or presence. You can see 5 points and 2 points for round 1.
Is that this corner?
Yeah, so that one will be who has the most domination in this quadrant.
Okay.
This one will be who has the most crossbowmen. This one will be that quadrant. This one will be just pure gold, who has the most gold. And then this one is going to be just this column.
The center column?
Yeah. So when you place a warrior, if you have one of your weapons turned over to the correct side, and you place the weapon that is allotted with the warrior, you get an extra thing. So the officer, which is the sword, these guys, I'm going to go left to right. You get a free bonus point. You get a free victory point if you spend this. And you may move the inspector forward or backward on one of these tracks. The guard, the halberd, scores 3 victory points. And of your other statues, you may move 1 warrior in the mausoleum any number of spaces in a straight line. They have to be empty spaces, but it's a nice way to kind of readjust your plans. Crossbowmen. Immediately after making a crossbowman, you may use the crossbow weapon. You score 1 victory point for each empty space. In a row or column. So 1, 2, 3 is what I would score there.
Oh, until you hit something.
Right. It's crooked. Kind of a.
Would you not spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there?
If there was a guy over there, sure.
Oh, it has to hit a guy.
Yeah, it has to hit a guy.
Okay, you can't hit the edge of the thing.
And then finally the soldier, which is the one with the spear. He's worth a victory point, and you can take 2 points. So that's their powers. When we score groupings, the way we score warriors is we count up each group, which again are orthogonally touching of the same type. Then we calculate how many players are in that battle, and that they're worth 4 points per player. So if all 4 of us were in a battle, there's 16 potential points that could be given. How does this phrase it? Let's just do scoring last, because I can talk about these and then talk about it all at once. So specialists, which again you get from here, they cost they cost progressively. They're progressively more expensive. So this one doesn't cost anything. Then it's a coin, and then it's gonna be 2. Like you have to pay the whole row that's visible. So there's 2 coins there.
Gotcha.
So the horse lets you. The first thing you do is move this guy a little bit, and you put this spot where the warrior was, and then you can put him here. And what he does is he takes up more spaces on a row or a column for the purposes of scoring. He doesn't get to count towards the grouping, but like when we're counting the the inspector, this would be 4 points to me.
Wouldn't you put this on there if you moved? If he
Oh,
was
that's
here,
exactly right.
you would move here.
That's exactly right. That's why that square is there. Good call.
Because you tend to put it on one that you already own.
Yeah. So it only still counts as a single warrior for scoring purposes, but it lets you extend your reach. So, also technically speaking, this would be a group. Right. So that's the horse.
I like it.
The footmen,
I haven't made it for one of the different game nights.
they like to be surrounded.
One of these days.
I haven't played this.
Oh, I also forgot for the specialist. It costs, the first one isn't free. The first one costs 1 coin. And you have to have a
I
weapon.
buy games all the time.
You have to have a weapon?
You have to have a weapon. You can't not have a weapon for a
Can you
specialist.
send it when you put the specialist
Yes.
up?
Yeah,
Thanks
so
for
that's what.
listening. We're out of here.
All right, thanks for
Good
coming.
one.
Appreciate seeing you. Thanks for bringing a drink.
No problem. Enjoy it.
We will.
We will.
So, footmen like to be surrounded. If it's, we'll do domination and presence when we score them.
Okay.
So whoever has the most pieces surrounding the footman gets 8 points. If you get any, you get 2.
Okay.
And that's the only piece where diagonals.
And you never actually own the specialist.
Correct. They're just out there. They kind of help everybody potentially.
Benefit from it.
That brings us to the kneeling archer. This is the kind of the hardest one to remember and to explain. Here. So he's the only one that matters in all the pieces. He's the only one that matters directionally
Where he's facing.
And he's got little things on the edge of his thing to help you kind of remember that. So even though the kneeling archer does not belong to any player, the kneeling archer counts as a warrior of the same type of warrior that they're facing, creating or becoming part of a group for scoring purposes. The player whose warrior the kneeling archer is facing receives 2 benefits. During scoring, if this warrior is involved in a tie for domination, the kneeling archer breaks the tie in favor for that player. If there are multiple kneeling archers, which this might be where it gets kind of crazy, involved, the player benefiting from the most kneeling archers within the group breaks the tie. Also, at the end of the game, the kneeling archer awards 2 VP to that player.
That's where we got Terracotta started.
So it's risky. I could put that there facing here, but you could just jump in front of him.
Somebody just goes like,
Yep,
they
set it.
steal him.
Now I've got 2. Yeah.
Right. And then the musician, he scores 1 victory point for each warriors in the same row or column as a musician. Each musician is scored separately, so a single warrior that shares a row or column with more than 1 musician score multiple points.
Okay.
So that's going to bring us to the scoring
And that could
phase.
count for multiple players in the scoring thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a row or column and you have one of those,
So when we go up to D20,
you get to have it. It's not
You
domination.
later get to shift your guys around. I can shift into position where I've got a musician row and column, then that's going to give me
Yeah.
kind of a double deal.
And yeah, even more if you have more than 1 musician in that row or column. So scoring phase, the first thing we do is score the inspection tracks. So we look at the left, and we do a row. We calculate domination and presence. So whoever wins domination and presence on this row, and we'll just say this is here for funsies, and then we'll do the column, same thing. Domination and presence. Domination gets 7 points, presence gets 3.
And remember, domination is number of things you got.
Most,
Most.
yeah.
Most.
If all 4 of us
So
are
if you
there,
have 3 things and I have 2, you
Right.
have domination.
I have domination.
but he has presence. You can't score both. So you're both rewarded for participating in the competition.
Right. So
You won.
You're
he-
first place. I am A place.
Right.
A play. Oh, everybody gets one or the other of those things.
If they
Okay.
qualify for the score.
I'm with you. Okay. I
If
mean,
they
you have
qual-
to have something there.
Yeah.
If you have nothing there, you get nothing.
Yeah. So were you present? Like it's basically did you win or did you participate?
Yes.
If
Okay.
you didn't participate, you still don't get anything.
We have a millennial award.
So a little kid runs up to his dad and says, Dad, I signed up for soccer. I got a trophy. And the dad says, unbelievable. In my day, you had to participate to get a trophy.
Pretty good.
Well
After
done.
we do the inspection, they each move 1 forward. Once they reach the end, they reset.
Alright.
Mostly they can only move forward.
Select it or add these cards to your
This one lets you
select it
no.
and add this to your
Move
corner,
forward too.
or
That's
return the pile face
Uh,
down, adding 1 additional card from the current
One of
season's
these.
deck. So,
Which one?
as the pile grows,
One of
you must search
them
for the plant
lets you move
animals
it.
that will benefit from
Oh,
read that.
what about the swordsman?
benefit your force.
Oh, swordsman is the one that lets you
Yeah.
move it backwards. That's it. I knew that. I knew that icon was somewhere. So
However, as there are
every scoring phase will do
form of fire,
the inspectors.
Cool.
so we
Every scoring
select
phase
our
will do
animals or
musicians.
benefits us, but we
It's
don't
1
select
victory
those.
point for each warrior in the same row or column. Then we'll do the scoring tiles.
At the end of each season, the player must score points by collecting
That's the
sets
last thing
of
we do for
plants,
scoring.
completing
And
trees,
then
growing the
clean
top
up,
tree,
in which case
growing a
we'll
forest
figure out
with
turn
a
order.
healthy balance of
Wet clay
trees,
becomes dry.
you will score more points.
Receive 1 coin for each master.
The third season,
If it's the 5th raise, if it's the 5th time we do it, we'll go to end game. And we remove all the stuff. We'll just do that at the time. Okay, so end game. This is the last thing that we. So this way you know where we're heading for end game. Each footman, based on the number of warriors, occupying the 8 spaces around here, for domination receive 8 points. For presence receive 2. So that's a change in number. Someone help me remember that at some point. In game, these are worth 1 more point for domination. Only the actual number of warriors is counted. A horse with its warrior still only counts as 1 warrior. Then remove every warrior that is not part of a group. A group consists of 2 or more miniatures, the exact type, that are orthogonally adjacent.
If they're connected by a horse, does that count?
Yeah, as long as it's orthogonal, yeah. So each warrior is worth a number of victory points equal to the number of different players having at least 1 warrior within that group. So simply count the number of base colors present. If at least 2 players have 1 warrior within the group, domination and presence for each group. For domination, score 5 victory points. For presence, 2. Score each Newing archer. The player whose warrior the Newing archer is facing gets 2 points. And then total number of clay and coin. You get 2. Added up, clay and coin are worth 2 points, or 1. Let's see.
2 coins.
1 point for 2 combination of those things.
Clay plus point. So 2
Yeah.
coins is nothing. But
No, 2.
clay
Oh no, 2 coins is a
is
point. A clay and a coin is a point. 2 clays is a point.
Okay.
Add them up divided.
And you say this is how you build onto these guys, or you have to go down here and figure out which one?
These are the specialists. These are to get these guys.
Right.
That's to get those guys.
Yeah.
This
These are to get
is
the
how
guys.
you build
These guys, correct.
They don't trigger.
No. So this, you land on this, you pay
One
1
big tree.
coin.
I see. It's the whatever number of points.
Yes.
I gotcha. Okay.
Is this supposed to start on a certain, or is it just
It's randomly.
random? Okay.
So it's 3 points in a group per player. Per player in the group. So potentially. Oh no! Let me just read this example because I don't know why it's not. I don't list it here, but it's just there are. In this example, there are a total of 4 players having at least 1 warrior within the group. Purple has 3 statues, yellow has 2, green and blue have 1 each. This means that each warrior is worth 4 victory points.
Because all 4 people are present.
Right, so 1 point per player in the group.
So the guy who has 3 of them would get 12.
You have it exactly correct. Then 8, then 4, and 4. And
the
then
guy with 3 would get the dominance bonus.
correct. You have it
And then
exactly
everybody
correct.
else would get the presence bonus.
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
And that's
Okay. And is there anything you can do with dry clay, or is it just stored up until the end?
You can turn it wet again.
yeah. So you could.
Okay.
That's exactly right. And you can also when you spin wet clay, it becomes dry and goes to there.
Right. And then, so when you spend, you can only spend wet clay.
Right.
So you, if you have dry clay, you gotta refresh it and then spend it.
Correct.
And if we have the weapon that matches the warrior, we get the bonus.
You may You don't have to.
If we have it, right? If we don't, we can still build.
You have to spend
Yes.
it. Like if you had it, you would turn it over.
Right,
There's
but we can
anything
still
to
build even without it.
Yes.
Right? We just don't.
And you can spend it like it's an option. Like you, even if you have it, you don't have to spend it.
Cool.
But remember, you do have to spend your weapon to build a specialist.
Yes.
And a specialist is going to cost 1 weapon plus 1 coin plus
one
any
word.
coins that might be in the column.
Yeah.
And I think that's the scoring is just going to be this column.
That's the next
It's
thing.
definitely gonna take a game or two to get.
I'll go ahead and go. I can. What's worth more to me right now? We'll do this. So you must go in order.
Okay. So you're getting four wet clay.
Well, it's
2 coins, and then you're flipping over your
a picture
thing.
like this of them facing, but then it also
Spear.
shows you way out
Spear.
the cards
And remember, if you don't want to do the first, either of these 2 wheels, you can opt out and have a clay or a coin.
Once your rain
In this case, I'm going to take the clay and the coin because they're worth more. Outer ring is either do it or nothing. Those are your choices. And I will flip over my spear.
Okay.
I'm going to flip that back over so I'm not cheating. And
It's,
yeah, and we do this until we run out of pieces.
so I'll go there, and I will get 4 coins,
Okay.
and then I can do this guy, which, what do I can just pay a coin, right?
Yeah, you pay 1 coin.
Pay 1 coin.
Or
and I
6.
can
You have the option. Just for what it's worth,
go-
you could do your
Good.
6. I'm giving you the option. Just
I could pay more, but I'm not going to.
okay. That lets you do the inner ring. Is it?
And then-
Is it? No, I think it's the whole thing. I think you get. I think you get to do the whole wheel twice. I'm gonna
Immediately, or
perform the action from the inner ring again.
just
Including-
from this ring?
Yeah. So finish.
So
Yeah, it's immediate. So it'd be right now.
I finished, and so when would I ever, like if he was ever, I landed on him, then I've already bought him, so I just get it? Okay,
And in the future, when we do cleanup, you're gonna have a coin coming in.
because I have one of them.
Right.
So, okay, so I am,
Did you flip your crossbow?
I did.
Okay.
And when you're, can you only do this once, 2 coins to do
Yes.
the ring? Okay.
Keep the card.
And
And
then
that's-
you move one way and one the other way?
And proceed to
No, you can. I'll double check,
Or
but
it's either or?
I think it's you get your choice of
I see.
which ring you would like to
Keep the
spend.
pile.
Do you want to use
Place
paper
all the
plates for
cards
the
in the
pizza?
selected
Yeah, we got
base
paper plates
spot
up on the.
in your fourth.
Up on
Let's double check.
Can't get sad.
You may select either the inner or the middle ring and pay 2 coins to rotate it 1 step in the direction of the arrows. They are directionally. It's important. If you choose to rotate a ring, remember that you may perform it. You may only perform it once. You are not allowed to rotate the ring more than 1 step or rotate more than one of the rings. You're also not allowed to repeat the step by paying for multiple times.
Cards into 3 roughly equal piles.
Just make sure they're aligned
Place one
once.
pile into each of the 3 spaces. Season 1, season 2, season 3. You have 1 card from the current season deck. Go 2, go 3.
I mean, since it was board games and not football, I didn't feel like it was fair to attack anybody.
That's your halberd?
Albert, okay.
But I can show him 1, 2, and 3 here.
So we just do this until all our workers are gone.
Yes. All the cards.
Oh,
If you pass, return all the cards
Alright.
in it to the pile space and add a card to it. I think.
No problem. Thanks for coming. To moist clay and flip over my Talbot. Alright.
That's the setup. See, waste a season, growth cards in the center.
Okay, we're putting the guy out. I have no idea what's going on.
It does say remove all advanced reinforced cards marked with number, question, and purple, but we haven't, we find them.
My turn?
Nope, it's my turn.
Oh, dang.
I know.
list
No idea
for,
what's going on here.
so
I forgot we skipped.
So
I
I
want
can do
this.
I can just do this again.
Does it have to be this file? Or
That's
can it be
pretty
any
cool.
Probably didn't go there.
No, it only, I misspoke earlier when I told you that, and I corrected
Oh,
it.
okay. So only the artisan guy
Card
can
from
go
the
there.
current season
Can go
and
second
add it
spot.
to your
And then
force.
the
Oh,
advantage,
so only
Not
one
taking any
per.
of these.
Okay.
unless it's an artisan, and then they can fit in,
Or we're just in.
unless the artisan is there
Yeah,
first,
Yes.
and then nothing can.
Okay.
So maybe what
So
we
we'll
do
do
is
this.
These damn artisan unions.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means cost me 3.
Did we give you your clay back, by the way?
We
For
did not.
But that's alright. I'm spending
Okay.
it
But now he spent it.
okay.
draw the top card from the current
now.
season.
Now, because I'm
add
buying
to
a
your
dude, because I'm
force.
gonna
You
buy
may
a
not
dude
decline
spot.
to take that
Why
card.
not?
There is no way to return to a pile after passing. Once you
I didn't
pass
get
the
this
pile,
play
you
again.
can't take those cards.
Uh,
This turn.
there
This is
is
canopy. It said it was a
And then
two-player
two
game.
this master.
Oh, okay.
And then flip the hell.
So adding cards to the forest.
Okay.
The cards
I'm
represent
imagining this would be
different
great,
ways
like
to
mid to late
unwind
game,
variety
but
of effects.
early game it's not particularly powerful.
Count
And this
points at the end of the season.
Wets all your
Others have
Uh-huh.
in-season effects.
But remember, if you don't spend your wet clay at the end of the round, it's gotta be dry.
The dry clay.
It's not useful for anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's not malleable. You can't sculpt dry clay.
But you can have as much as you
Immediate
want.
has
Oh,
a
yeah, sure. You can have all the dry clay.
Everyone's gonna give you their dry clay.
Yeah.
That's Twitter's talk. There's my soldier. He's a stack of dry bricks.
This is the one thing I wish was on a little player aid instead of the side of the box. Victory points. No, I didn't read it. One victory point, 2 points. All right, yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna. Not do that. That's bad.
I like how unique and creative all the pieces are, and then he uses generic meeples.
So I've got one paragraph here, and then
Yeah.
we're at the end of the game.
Like we've got these cool statues and these like these little tile bricks and all these cutouts, and then we're just gonna use the cheapest meeple we can buy on the market.
So for 3
When you
clay,
keep a pile, you must add all of the
I
cards
can build a
to
warrior.
forest cards from that pile.
I'm gonna build.
To forest in any order.
What are spears? Oh, score Pete 8 victory points,
Trunks
please.
and canopies.
8 victory
Which
points.
is
Use yellow.
trunk
Yeah.
and canopy is.
He's winning.
Yep.
yeah,
Get 'em!
So
Score me
trunks
7,
can be used
please.
to start a new tree.
Just
or
the first
to
loser.
Add to an existing tree. Forest.
I'm gonna join
I
Canopies
tied
are
for the
placed
third
on
loser.
top of the tree
this battle there.
to finish the tree.
I'm gonna
Once the
spend.
canopy has been added to the top of the
One.
tree, no other cards can be added to
Make
it.
sure you. I don't think you have to pay the cost on those in the future. I'm gonna double check that rule.
When you gain a canopy, it is discarded. You may not discard a canopy if you have an open trunk.
If you have a master token of your color in your master during the game board, use the ability to fix it to the master.
Wildlife. Animals with a text.
Oh, no, yeah, so it's
with
free
text
after the first
ability
one.
that can be
There's
used
not a whole lot of
once per
advantage
session
to.
or
Just
season.
like drugs.
Just like
Wildlife
drugs.
cards may not
So
be
that will be
activated
one
until
coin.
turn your game. So if you gain an animal card.
For that, I'm gonna get 3 clay.
Drought. When you add a
Because
drought
that's
to your
his
forest,
power.
you immediately discard one other card
And
from your forest.
that puts
And
me
discard
here.
the drought card.
So I'm now gonna build a
Discard any
specialist.
card except trunks and
I have the
canopies
spear, which
or
lets me build
trees. So it's a sport tree thing you probably can
this one.
Just a musician.
Basic.
Oh.
End of season.
And
When the current season deck is empty, so go all the way
put
down.
him.
Continue selecting new
Yeah,
growth
put him here.
styles without adding
That's gonna
cards
cost me a
from
coin,
the
and that's
season deck until all
flip
files
that.
have been taken.
Here's a coin.
Passing on the final
And
file
did
is
you
no
score me
longer
7?
an option.
I did.
So once you were down
That's
in
all
the
she
last
wrote.
file, you have to take that file. You can't
My
go,
go.
here, I wanna draw a card. Once the current
I love that they included a storage situation that is also like
would require drawing the current
like it's
season
functional for the
card,
game.
no longer
Mechanically part of the game.
When played.
Hi, cat.
activated. So if it says draw a card, you
You
can't.
wanna come play Terracotta Army?
I'm gonna go there.
We can put a bag over your head so you can get on the internet.
So when I do this, Andy, do I immediately trade one of these for one of these?
Yes.
So now I have
And the artisan is in that spot. Well, he's not. That becomes an artisan.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
So technically, I didn't lose a guy here. This guy became an artisan.
Right.
He's out.
But you're still only ever going to have 5 workers.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I can pay.
If you have
2
any
coins.
seed cards, draw 3 cards from the
Go,
seed deck. Draw. So that would be
here.
these. Draw 1 additional card
And
for
that's
each fire
I
card.
can pick
in
any
your
2.
forest.
So I can pick
You
all
may
of
then
these.
choose one of these.
Make sure you
cards,
keep your wet and your
add
dry
to
separate.
your
I
forest
got it separate.
for each seed card.
And then this one,
Discard any remaining cards.
Really
all I
obsessed
can
with dry
do
play.
is
It goes real quick. You gotta, when you harvest it, you gotta get it out.
This is like a tower.
I could
If you
spend
have
a
2
coin.
seed
I'm
cards,
going to
you will still only
spend a
draw
coin
3
and
cards
then
from
I
the seed pile,
crossbow,
but you
take this
may
guy.
keep up to 2 of these
and-
instead of 1. Threats, which is your fire.
I recommend aiming them at a green
If you have
piece.
2 fire cards at the end of the round,
That sounds like a
discard
great
2
idea.
plant cards of your choice. If you have 3 or more fire cards, fire spreads. and
So
each
remember, he
card
gets the
discards
points
one
equal
plant
to the straight
of your
line
choice.
to somebody, so it's gotta hit somebody.
No, that was this one.
Oh, you're right.
This one,
Oh,
whoever he's pointed at, he counts as though he's on there.
So if we have, if I
Yeah,
have
he
3,
will,
you also have to discard 1.
That's right. He counts.
So I would
He
discard
adds to
4
the
of
value
these.
of, like, if somebody places one here,
If,
he'll add to their
it
value.
says, if you
Right.
have 3
Gotcha.
or more fire cards, the fire spreads,
So I'm gonna
and
do
each
that.
player discards 1 plant card of their choice from their
And then
board.
I'm done.
Disease functions in the same way, but causes you to discard wildlife cards instead of plant cards. So if you have disease, you have to get rid of an animal card.
What was the halberd's special?
Trees. Scored points.
He lets you move
Trees
one of your warriors
that has not yet been
any number of any number of spaces that are empty
that has not been scored.
to reposition them.
Each trump card scores the points shown in each canopy award.
So I believe the way that works is you place your halberd wherever you want it
So
And then you move somebody
it will
else.
be, eventually
that you own.
Right.
Card 2 here, and then your canopy card will have a number on it.
Don't you be touching my
You
statues.
score, it says 0 through 2 for each trunk. After scoring.
Can you imagine what it'd be like to be the guy who discovered the Terracotta Army?
Onto it to mark it's been scored. So here they do.
So I'm gonna spin.
Climbing down to that hole and just seeing hundreds of perfectly preserved.
He's probably freaked out.
And where do these go when I spend them? They go.
One goes into the quadrant you're in the warehouse, face down, and the rest go in the stash.
Okay, so that was the overview of the instructions.
Oh,
the example
so-
of
Public
the
supply.
card.
Okay.
This is why I probably figured out that pattern.
And I have a
So
halberd
those
here.
cards, what's
It's a
the
bit of a
card
waste,
broke one pile
but
without revealing to her
I'm
opponent.
gonna put here.
She decides to pass
Want to put a
to see what is in the ledger.
Collar on 'em?
Returns the
Oh, wait.
whatever animal.
I spent the halberd, so
Face down.
I would get to move someone, and I get 3.
Well, you don't have anyone else to move,
Right.
but you can have 3 victory points.
But I get 3 victory points.
And you get, so 11 victory points all
I think
day.
you go to the next pile.
8 because it was the first halberd to come
You
out,
get to look at all of them.
3 because you're spending the spear.
I believe.
What happens when we run out of spaces?
Well, because this
The
one.
round will be over?
So you get over 2 cards.
Is that what ends around?
So basically, it said that she revealed.
We're not gonna use all our workers.
This person decides to
And I
pass this pile to see what is on it.
Really better use them efficiently.
Which
This
is
guy.
what you do. And you place the top card from the current deck on it.
So I get to
That's what you
flip
did.
all my weapons over.
Then look at both cards in deck 2. Her example was a poison, frost, and rain, but that was doing.
And then
she
can
decided to
build a
pass on that
specialist.
card and return both of those face down. She
So I'm
then
gonna
goes on those cards and places
spend
we discussed. Then she goes to the third one.
coin
She
and
decides to keep them and places all of them face up into her
crossbow.
If you choose not to keep those, you place them.
So if I put him
Put the card here. and
there, so
You
now they
get 0
this
point.
one.
counts as 2, right? Or
Oh, he's the kneeling crossbow guy. I'm thinking this person. That makes him most best.
so it increases
Separates
his.
these 3 cards. What
Right.
does it look like? It looks like all 3 of these are stacked together. Well, I don't know why it would be different. I bet you it is like what we
Okay.
had
I
here.
guess that's
They're all like
good
right
for me.
here.
Once all players have used all their workers,
Okay, so I have to show all the things, is that the deal?
When you keep them,
You got an
place
issue.
them in, those are
Yeah.
your active face
place
cards.
any worker in any space within any segment as long as both spaces within are empty. If one of the spaces within a given segment is already occupied by a craftsman,
Place the top card
which is your small one,
on-
and the other space is empty, only an artisan may be placed on the other space. No worker may be placed within a segment occupied by an artisan.
3 cards. She decides to keep
That's
them,
what it says.
place all 3 cards.
So I guess there might be a
Card
time
order, yeah.
when all 5
Top
actions won't
card from
be.
the current season onto growth.
That seems to be the case. So maybe that's that does add to the power of the artisan.
We'll start the turn
That
by
could give you some
add
extra
the
actions.
2 cards in deck one. Okay,
Because
so
I would
it
assume
is
when this
very-
is full, and there's no place to go.
the thing that we
Yeah.
have
Has to
now
end, right?
Right. I mean, yeah. There's no other way.
is the little icons are-
So maybe upgrading the
So
artisan
my
is
deal is I look at these and I get to see the cards you can.
pretty useful. Is it my turn or Pete's turn?
It's my
I'm sorry.
turn.
Okay.
Now that now we know how to play some.
That makes. I was thinking that the artisan thing seemed kind of weak in general, but now that I realize that there may not be enough spaces,
Yeah.
it actually seems like the artisan's actually a lot more powerful than I was thinking.
At least in a 4-player game.
Yeah.
I think a 2-player game wouldn't have to worry about it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
I'm done.
Did you do all your things?
I could only do 2 of the 3 things.
You got a coin if you don't do the first one.
Oh, look at a coin.
Or the second one, honestly.
I did the second.
Huh.
If you don't know what's going on in this game, it doesn't mean anything.
To be honest, if you know how to play this game, I'm still not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Still don't know what's going on. Looks like there's 4 spots left.
Yeah. Question is it worth spending money to move the wheel or not?
This almost looks like you can spend 2 coins to move either the inner or outer wheel either direction. But I guess you have to follow the arrow of where it spins. Okay.
Yeah. That's worth more to me. Yeah. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna spend 2 coin. I'm gonna rotate it here. I'm gonna play this guy here. Spend 2 clay to build. We're gonna stick to the spears. If you'll score me 6, please.
6. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
That goes to here. Oh no, I miscalculated. That sucks.
Take that all back.
No time. Too late.
Yeah, I guess that was like the entire point was to get that master. Okay, what I'll do is I'll take the coins back by not rotating this wheel.
Okay.
And move this here. So I can save some action. So I spent the same amount to do the same thing with these warriors. I get my 2 coins back. I'll be player 1. And I don't have a weapon, so I don't get to do a specialist. That's just still not the greatest of moves, but it's fine.
Alright.
Interesting. That might change how I want it.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I'm going to put this here instead,
Okay.
because that does change.
So right now these inspectors are going to go
Yeah,
here and here.
that was part of why I changed it. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
That makes for some tough decisions.
The most of the game is about trying to get warriors into the mausoleum. Clearly.
Wet all my clay.
Mostly the way they're going to score is either domination or presence. If you have the most, you get domination. Which is more. If you participated, you get
This
points.
guy. Which, what does this give me?
A coin per.
A coin per times the number around is going to be the cost. So you can spend. This one actually has some particulars. Let's walk through it real quick in the rule book. Because it's going to let you play a warrior for 1 coin, but you have to choose pay a number of coins equal to the current round to make a warrior and place in the mausoleum. There's no clay cost associated with your warrior, only the aforementioned coin cost. Here are the restrictions. The warrior must be of whichever type has the most statues remaining in the organizer.
Okay.
You do not score any victory points when placing it, so you don't get the side points. You cannot use a weapon to activate its special ability, which you don't have anyway. But during cleanup phase, you'll get a free coin.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to participate
And
in...
he'll contribute to the whole group.
Yeah, you'll get to participate in presence and domination. So in addition to presence and domination, these score every round something different. In this case, at the end of the round, this quadrant is going to be what we're fighting over. In the future, it's most crossbowmen or coins.
Right. So, I put my guys here. So, are they not going to count?
This guy, for all intents and purposes, is 1.5. He's not actually a group because he doesn't have anyone touching him.
Right. Okay.
But if he did, say this guy was here, now it's a group, he would win the tie of domination. Is how that works.
What does this musician do again?
Musician does row and columns that you score
Okay.
the pieces in it.
He gives an extra,
Right.
couple extra points.
So these are going to score rows and columns each round based on domination and presence. The various specialists do different things. This one wants to be surrounded. This one, like, if it's pointing at a guy, is like, hey, you're extra powerful.
That's tough.
This one scores rows and columns. This one extends your group for the purposes of like alignment, but it doesn't actually add like pieces to the warrior.
Gotcha.
So that's most of the game. Like that and this little wheel.
Cool. And I got a crossbow, so I'm done. Wait, did I do that right? No. Where am I? Oh, I was here. I got a sword. It's not a crossbow. Now I'm done. So this is about to be. We're about to run out of spaces.
Yeah. There's only
Can I see the instructions?
1, 2.
What?
Yeah.
There's only the 2 spots.
Okay, your point value is in the middle line here.
So I get 2, 7, and then -3.
The ability scoring, which is the top line, shows card action and scoring.
Can't do that. I'll take a clay. This gets me 2 more clay.
Score at the end of the season. So the first line score at the end of the season.
And I can get.
If it is a grayed out number.
Ah, for a 4-player game, we're only supposed to have 3 craftsmen.
Oh, where did it say that? I must have missed that.
It's in the setup. Yeah.
That
I
kind
get 3 craftsmen.
of solves the whole problem.
There we go. Well, that's why I was looking at setup. I was thinking, like, that seems like an easy solution if you just have less guys at the beginning. So.
It does again lower the like suddenly the artisan is even less powerful than it was a second ago.
It's not quite as powerful as it would have been. Yeah.
Right.
But it's still not
But-
terrible.
The way you're right, considering there's only one place to upgrade your meeple, I was thinking like that seems ridiculously powerful and then really hard.
Yeah.
It's like
So this musician should.
Yeah.
take
only
it.
one person gets to do it per round unless they spend 2 coins to move it, and then hopefully they move it to.
Well, yeah, and I was like, so I was like, obviously I'm going to do that. It's going to be the easiest. That increases the number of actions I can take
Yeah.
around, but you only get 3 in a 4-player game, so that makes more sense.
Okay, so if I were to put this guy here,
That's
what happens there? So
we'll score for domination and presence, and it's actually the first thing that gets scored. So we'll look at it in this situation.
How does canopy thing work?
That closes
there's 3 people participating, so each of us technically have 1 point in domination, but you eke it out because you have a crossbowman facing your halberd.
Okay.
So you would win domination. Green and purple would each win presence.
What effect would this?
You get a point per. I think it's 1 point per side that's surrounded.
Who gets that?
No, it's just
Oh,
domination.
I
and
would
present.
get.
Nobody owns that one.
Right. Nobody owns it, so who gets?
It's just domination or present. That has to be how it works. So it'd be at the end of the game,
Wait, do you get those
the player with the
points?
majority of warriors occupying the 8 spaces around it.
You might need 8
Uh,
spaces though.
Well, no, it's just whoever has the most of the 8 available. Who has the most available? So you're doing domination and presence.
Since you have it, that guy pointing toward it, he gives you like it's like he counts as 2 instead of 1
Right.
for domination.
Well, like 1.5. Yeah.
1.5. Okay. So he would win.
Right. So and it's only domination and presence. So it's not it's not quantity that determines it. It's quantity that you contribute versus how many are there. And at the end of scoring phase, it's scored a little bit less, but you get to score it. You do get to score it every round for what that's worth. So that might be a really solid move, actually.
I think I'll do it just to see what happens.
Yeah. 'Cause
So that costs a coin and a
Spear.
this guy. Oh, his spear or
This guy. Oh,
not
that
this
guy.
coin. It's
Halberd.
a.
He's
Oh,
halberd.
it's another halberd. Okay.
oh, I lied. You don't. It is not perpetual. I want you to be clear. It's only in game.
If that's the case,
Okay.
I guess that's why they're showing.
So I'll need to
season 2,
keep
season 3, season 1.
At least.
That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, in this situation, you have got that unlocked. That is a guaranteed 8 points, and there's no way.
Well, it can sit there.
There's nothing we could do to change that. Because we can't move any of your pieces.
That makes more sense.
It's completely surrounded, so no more pieces will be added.
When you separated them into 3 equal
So
halves,
in game,
only
you are
one
guaranteeing
gets
yourself
that
8
for
points.
this first
Okay.
season.
Nice.
All right.
That was it.
Is,
That's a
I
sign.
guess I'm gonna go here. I choose.
That is
I
the
choose
spot
to
you
go there.
choose to go.
I mean, that may not be too bad if you have clay to build a warrior.
I have clay to build a warrior.
4-player looks. And just to let you know, looking at a picture here, you don't have to have a canopy immediately. You can make your trunk.
So that's 5 points, right?
Because you took it
There's gonna
from.
be one.
No, because I'm shooting.
yeah, you
A
paid
straight line.
and you paid the crossbow, right?
Oh.
Paid the crossbow. So he
Yes.
gets 7 for being number 7 guy, plus 5 for my shot.
I think it's per empty space. I think it'd be 4. Let me
Okay.
double check.
Yeah, and there's a certain
Yeah, for each
place,
empty
so
space.
it's gonna be different.
Oh, because you paid the crossbow.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That's
5,
the advanced
4.
cards, but they're not
4.
playing.
4 empty spaces. All right.
And they may not be too bad because you'll get domination on that row and on that and that column. That may be a really. I was thinking you might participate by putting someone in this group, but
Yeah, but
bigger. Like you actually might
I'm gonna
be.
shoot that guy from way back here.
So now we're at end of round.
So yeah.
So then I do that, and I could move something. Do I have to move somebody?
No, and at this moment,
I don't know how to play the game.
You're
I have no desire to move.
you're in the advantageous position in this.
Right, but I'm there, so.
Yeah.
And then I can put a specialist out if I can afford to pay for him. The only one I've got is a halberd, and it's that guy. And
Now, this is that grayed out then? Is that what that means? That one's a different color.
No, it's 2. It's 2 canopies.
That's what I'm saying, it's the top one's grayed
Yeah,
out.
that means it's not the top canopy. Yeah, if you notice, like when it says not
do the
happening,
halberd,
that's
and spend
saying,
the coin.
like, if this number, if it's kind of a graph, that means it's
Okay. So that
There.
wraps up your turn.
That's my turn.
All right, we're gonna go to the scoring phase.
Sure.
First score the inspector on the left.
Okay.
It's gonna be domination and presence.
Okay.
Pete wins 7 points for domination. I get 3 for being present.
And where are this? How do we know that it's 7 and 3?
I'm just reading it right here. I don't think there's any icons that.
It's not these
That's
numbers.
probably-
No, these numbers will
This
score
is
there.
right
Right.
here.
There you go.
7
It's
and
right
3.
there.
Oh, good call. I was thinking it would make sense for it to be on the board,
So
but
like you get
Right.
quite
And
then the next one?
it's only 7 points for Pete
7 points for me.
because you're on this
You
inspector.
guys don't know how to play this game.
Yeah.
One is worth 2 points.
It's true.
Two is worth
Now each inspector moves 1 tick forward.
There we go. That's what it is.
And now those guys are useless.
You have to have.
Uh,
You lose 3 points.
now we're gonna score musicians. Do we have any? I put a musician there. 1 victory point for each warrior in the same row or column as the musician.
Hey, I got a point.
So I'm gonna get 2 points.
This one,
Nice.
Purple gets 1 point.
You got it.
Purple, did you? Purple should have something for crossbows, right?
There's nobody here.
There was no one for me.
Yeah, but,
Oh, but
for
for putting it
just
down.
for just putting it out, right?
You were the first crossbow.
But I didn't flip a crossbow when I put it out.
But you still get the point. You
You
still
get-
get these points.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get those points.
Yeah, so
I
then
didn't
give
think
yourself
I-
8
oh,
points.
I thought it said specifically I don't get those points when you do these.
Oh, that's right, because you put it out from here.
Oh,
Okay, you're right.
Right.
I saw you way back here, and I felt bad.
You should never feel
I
There's a bad card.
got a guy out there for presents, but did not get points.
So we're gonna score this now,
Okay.
and it's domination and presence
that
for
quadrangle
total number of
in this
warriors of
quadrant?
any type.
I'm just laughing because
So you guys are tied, right? Because he's got 2 and you've got 2.
No. So this is a group because there are 3 of like kind touching.
Uh-huh.
These are not groups because they are in all by themselves.
So dominance is
I'm gonna win dominance for this. So 7.
because you have the most in that group,
It'll
the
be-
biggest group.
Right. It'll be 5
I
points
see.
for me,
5 points. Okay.
2 points for Pete.
Okay.
God, Pete, you so far ahead. And then these are not groups, so they aren't going to score.
Think of deck.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
If we had another, say, crossbowman right here, that would be a group that we would settle up on.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we don't, so we're going to move
Score
on.
for what groups there are. Okay. Gotcha.
Cleanup phase. If there's no, did anyone take a? Oh,
We get
so
coins.
I get 1, and everyone's going to stay the same. Every player should flip over their wet clay to their dry side.
Oh. So even though I flipped this, but I didn't use it on my last turn,
Right.
because I didn't realize it was my last turn at the time.
But check.
And then when do those kick? Those kick in after that, I guess.
So Pete, you could save 1 of your wet ones. We'll get here.
Not me. I'm yellow.
I'm purple.
See this? Oh, yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Save 1 wet one.
Yeah, you can save 1 wet one.
Hey, there we go.
You can save 1 left.
Yeah.
correct.
Well, and so came green. Right?
No, that's
Oh yeah, good
You
call.
got
Thank you.
one,
Thank you.
so.
Keeping me
And
honest.
then these 2 get a coin apiece.
A coin
Yep.
each, yeah.
And I get a coin for my 1.
That's correct.
If not, it's
This
gonna
guy
mess
does
us
not
up
get a
every
coin.
time we
He
have
just
to pull
gives you wet.
Everyone collect your workers. Rotate the inner ring clockwise, middle ring counterclockwise. Round marker gets moved up.
I bought this game because
I'll be first player again. And then so when scoring crossbowmen, I don't think they need to be groups for this round, for what it's worth. Here's what it says. Domination and presence is achieved based on the total number of warriors indicated within the mausoleum. So this round we're going to score quantity of crossbowmen.
Just anywhere.
Yeah.
Sweet, I got a crossbowman.
Do what?
I got a crossbowman.
Oh man, you're in the
Well
battle.
on my way. I got
Well,
presents.
no, actually.
Let's see. I got 2 coins, 1 clay. Did you all do the wheel yet?
We did the wheel.
His.
Okay.
You're up.
One of your 3 craftsmen. Not the crazy numbers you were going to play before. Just 3.
This one seems really good.
Sometimes kids
I'm gonna upgrade my meeple. I'm gonna put
Based on what I've seen in this deck.
2 coins to pay for this guy,
This is the
which lets me flip all my weapons.
So there's a bunch of.
And then I would get to flip my halberd, but that's a nothing burger this turn.
Nothing burger.
That's fine.
Alright. I'm gonna go there and get, what is that? 4, 5, 6 clay.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can.
So are these just little facts at the bottom? Okay. I'm like,
No, that was just so you get educated as you play the game.
It'll cost a coin and a sword to do. I'm gonna pass on the last one.
Okay.
In the outer ring, you don't get a coin if you
Correct.
pass.
Do it or don't.
So I get to moisten all of it.
Yep.
Your play. Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a
Then I
three
get to
Well,
because I thought that was
pay
the base set.
2 coins, I guess, to put.
you're probably right. It's probably
This
meant
Should
for
have
four
said
people.
one,
Yeah.
Which means I get
Okay.
more for them.
Well, you know what's in here.
Why's
I'm
that?
trying to figure out how to deal with it.
Oh, because
for
he's
this,
yeah.
Action card.
It's a lot of play. And then I get to flip my crossbow. Okay.
He keeps it. Oh, you must add all of the cards, in a pile.
Okay, I'm going to spend
So that card is a drop card, if you remember. When you add a drop card to your forest, you must immediately discard one other card from your forest, and then discard the drop card. You may discard any card except trumps and canopy cards from scored trees. So if it was
that guy out.
you wouldn't discard it, but since these
Now, do I immediately score this inner row second time?
Yeah.
Right
Well,
now?
nice number.
Yeah, you can do. I think yeah, it's in a row, right? See, to me, this looks like you get to do the whole wheel action again.
No, they said in a row.
Yeah.
That part's clear. The only question is, do I immediately score that again?
Oh, that's where I see. See, it's 2x on that. I see why.
Or
they
that
did it.
particular spot.
All right, that's it.
in here is a tree.
That'll be enough for any man.
If you remember.
Two plays. No money. Money would be nice.
And I'm gonna discard the non-scored.
Oh, everything is terrible.
Everything's terrible.
I think.
Yeah, I want to keep those separate. And see these little cards or something, and this bag is kind of like over here.
I think we're just gonna upgrade the meeple again. On this spot.
Which is the
Take 2 coins.
versions of these. This is like a Kickstarter.
And I
Put a specialist out.
could. Do I want?
There's some different.
I think
Well,
I
yeah, this is a snake and.
could have any specialist.
I was wondering what was in this bag. I looked at it.
No.
What is it?
I think I'm gonna pass.
It's like a Canadian or something. Oh, it's him right here. Probably.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like a.
Here. And I'm gonna spend
Whatever.
3
This is
play.
our monkey.
And I will get one of these crossbowmen.
That'll be 6 points.
And so that'll give me 6 points.
That's a different topic.
And you got a little collar on him.
Yeah,
Did
he's
what?
some kind of.
With the collar on him.
The collar on him?
These things.
Color marker.
So my turn?
The collar marker.
Yes.
I see. Like so. Gotcha. Alright, so I gotta put him somewhere. And I think I'm gonna put him. Where he faces doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Okay.
Facing only matters with the
So it
kneeling
looks like-
archer.
With the kneeling archer. Okay. So
Well,
if I go
In order for
there,
the sun to be worth any money,
and then I gain 2 coins.
I was like,
I'm
we
doing
trade.
this right.
Yeah.
And down here, I can pay a coin and a sword. And
Build a horsey?
I can build a horse. And my thought was to build it there. Like
and it says played at the end of the season, and then there's 8.
Maybe that's
cards.
why.
So
Oh,
there's
okay.
8
How's that?
rated cards.
If you put the collar on the bottom,
So
it's sitting
on the bottom like
Oh.
this.
Doesn't mean they're all in the
Sets on the
season
horse.
stack, but you know
Like
there's
so.
a possibility
That makes sense.
still left it towards the end.
Ah.
The one piece where that's like important.
still need ADV.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I'm gonna keep putting it on top unless I'm building a horse. Right. And then the kneeling warrior.
So this is a trunk that's worth the most. It's 0 through 2. So if you're gonna get points, that's where it is. So your base trunk was free. You didn't have any. This one happened to draw was worth 0.
So I mean, if he's considered to be taking up all 3 spaces and an alien warrior is touching that space, I would think it counts for his, like tiebreaker and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm into it. It's not very clear. Like I could imagine the FAQ. I could imagine the FAQ saying otherwise.
It doesn't explicitly
But I
say.
like our reading of it makes sense, and so as long as we stay consistent, I'm okay with that. That is something worth, I think, looking in the
Because
future.
otherwise, no one else could actually be in front of that warrior. Kneeling warrior. Right?
Well, does that mean if I placed, say, a crossbowman on the other side of that horse? Yeah, you're right, because he's not.
I mean, it matters which way the kneeling warrior is facing, right?
Right, but if I put a crossbowman right here, his line of sight's still blocked, so I don't get. My crossbowman wouldn't have the benefit
Yeah, it makes more
of that archer. I think you're right.
The season's not as long as I thought it was.
Okay, so how many points you getting for that?
Okay, so
It seems like one they
if
should.
I put him
make
here
clear
and I
in
paint the
instructions.
crossbow,
That also seems like such a niche thing that I could imagine. Like
I guess
maybe it doesn't come out.
3?
So you should get the points
Maybe.
for building a crossbow.
But you're right,
So you get
FAQ.
6 for that.
I mean, this was
Six.
game
and then you
one,
get
right?
3 for empty
Yeah,
space.
Came up with
I've already broke it.
It's not.
Broke up your fern, right? Unless you get a canopy. We don't.
Are you done?
No, so
That's
that's
at the end of the game. It's at the end
first
of each
action.
season.
So I can pay.
Okay, right.
Oh, I can't because I don't have coin. All right, so I'll just take coin for that.
End of
And you get
season.
to put a specialist if you would like.
So you won't get a score
Um,
until very, very end. Well, I think they're all.
No, I don't.
Yeah. That's why I was wondering. It's like, okay, so you're not really gonna go there. Score at the beginning of the game. You
4
can't close
coins.
your trees.
And you spend 3 to go into this spot. And that gets me
Okay, so this doesn't say that
2
there's a card
dried
that I-
clay. Is that how that works?
You can pick all the dried clay from any 2 of the warehouses.
I'll take that one.
So I
And
can
I'll
start
say
my-
this one.
Oh, when you get it?
It's all dried, but you know, it'll be good later.
With the dry clay.
And then I flip that over, and that's that.
Well, yeah, it doesn't say a tree if you want. Only the drop card.
We'll go here.
This card's for the tree.
Coins seem good for the moment.
Well, I took that one.
I'll take 3
Right, that
coin.
turn, so you have next turn.
Do I
No,
want to?
that was last turn.
Okay.
But this turn now.
Oh, you took the fire.
Now I'm.
And now we're out.
we know
I'm
that-
good on moving the
Well, we have to score
inspector.
after season 1, but I gotta.
Oh no, I couldn't because I have to put that here, don't
I
I?
think we have to look at that.
Oh, I could afford it. Do I want to? Coin? Yeah. 3 coins. This will end up profiting in the long run.
And now you decide who you're gonna
Selecting
Right.
growth piles
And
without adding.
I'm not
You're
good.
probably not gonna, because you're in the perfect spot there.
Passing
the only one who's
pile
scoring.
So if I kept going,
I think I'm gonna go here.
that would be good if I had the extra card, then I could have dumped it in the tree.
Or
Well, you need to get rid of the first.
That's a tree, right?
What you making?
And I'm gonna make
But
a.
it would make sense to get rid of the fern because that you have two.
Crossbowman?
So he's gonna give me 6,
Yeah.
right?
You're right.
5.
Because I didn't want to get score 2
Five?
points, but yeah, if we go backwards, I'll try to
Okay.
get this.
So he's gonna give me 5, and I am gonna
So
put
this is
down
where we get points this way.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't have to write anything down, only get point. Okay, so
here.
the seed cards happen. See, we don't have closed trees.
And actually, I
None of
could put
these
him
score.
anywhere in here because this
Except for the
counts as
sun
like
and the-
3.
The
That's
sun and
correct.
moon would
So
give you
that would
points.
work.
Sun, water.
Any of these
So I
things
discard the
could
fire,
function
right?
group-wise.
This is score points
So actually,
for
that
any
would be
plants and
probably
weather
more
cards you have
beneficial.
in your forest.
In the long run, yeah.
Oh, you know what? There was a.
And then this
So when I was giving you
is
instructions,
I can pay.
What are you pointing at?
Round 2.
I only
can
read
pay
you
2 coins,
seeds,
right? Because this is round
wildlife,
2.
and trees. So it's
Yes.
just in the score.
I can get
Any
another
wildlife
thing. So it's
affects.
this one here.
So your wildlife will be your
What these guys generally do.
Alright, so if you spin the halberd, you can move one of your other pieces.
I'm not allowed to.
Oh,
You have
oh, right.
He's not the
This
halberd.
guy.
Oh, this one.
One additional card.
You
I
can
just,
move
I
it
can
and
just put
list
it
it.
somewhere. I don't think he scores any points.
Yeah, if
or
you don't get to
anything.
use them, it doesn't matter.
But you can count toward my group here.
Do you have a seed card?
Groups have to be the same.
Yeah, same type.
If I had a fire card.
So he's his own new group.
I would have drawn an
He
extra
is his
card
own
for
group.
having a fire
What
card.
is that going to be beneficial at? Here, probably up there.
Choose one of these cards to add to your forest. Discard
Yeah.
any remaining cards.
So then I am
If you have two
down
seed
here,
cards, like for example, I got 3.
and I don't have any weapons, so I can't do that bottom one because I don't have anything.
From the seed
Okay.
pile,
Capitalized
but
spend.
you may keep
Okay.
up to 2 of these instead of 1. So
Done.
I could draw 3 and keep 3 cards. Because I have 3 cards. So that comes from here.
When we spin this, we can go it as far as we want.
No,
If I-
one click,
Oh, it's only one?
One click and in the direction of the arrows.
Okay.
So
Well, actually,
this.
that's
So you
okay. Alright.
technically draw 9, 3.
No, because you only draw 3 cards.
Oh.
It just, the benefit is I have 3.
Spin these
If
two.
you have more than 4, I don't know what, I guess you can choose which one. So mine was a rain and 2 of these. So then we've done seeds, you did threats, we had to discard cards. Trees, score points for each tree with a canopy. That has not been scored yet, we don't have any canopies. Each trunk card scores the points shown in each canopy awards a number of points for each trunk and trees. So mine still are not trees.
Yeah, I can't do the last.
Oh, you don't
For
have
I don't have
trees.
any coins.
So if I'd had a
Is
canopy
it for
here
me?
and we had scored it, we would cover it with a loft piece of it just to show that it's been made. That's all it is. So that's not. They don't do anything special. Okay, so after trees. Yeah.
Sword.
So after that, then it
Hold
talks
this
about the
guy.
player with the tallest completed tree gains the tallest tree award, which is this. We either have that. Basically, it said the tallest tree award that the season 1, 2/3. So season 1's worth 3 points, season 2's worth 4, season 5's worth 5. Or season 3's worth 5. Place the award onto that tree. If you can't win tallest tree again. The tallest tree award
And that's it.
has point tokens.
I want to be
value shown.
clarify something I said just because I don't think I said it correctly, but it is verified. And it's gonna be more important in the future round.
We'll deal with that in
So domination and presence
okay,
on
incomplete
these.
trees. Awards. No
Of
points
total number of
for
warriors
remaining
of any
awards
type.
until the game ends.
So we're only gonna
So
score
we
once. It still doesn't change the previous one because I still won.
scored can't
in
be
that sense.
affected by
But
cards and
it's
substantial
It's not
cards.
spears and
If
crossbow
they were
man.
scored, they
No,
can't
these
be
guys should have got points for.
Oh, presence.
They should have got. You guys should have got 2 points.
Oh no.
Can't
did.
win
Oh yeah, because it's in this graph. When we score the groupings, they are individual warriors,
force bonus. So at the end of the
like we
game,
discussed.
also
So
see how many has
when we do,
how many
Okay.
when we scored this,
that bonus.
you're right. Purple and blue should get 2 points each.
We did.
Plants and weather cards
Okay.
you
Yeah,
have
I
in
gave
your
2 points.
forest.
Okay.
After
Uh,
the cleanup is after.
So, that was the end of your turn though, right?
That was the end of my turn. So we're the end of the round.
all right. Inspectors first. So this one, yellow, you get.
Oh, did somebody move it backwards?
Yes,
So
someone
go
did.
ahead and.
Oh, I didn't know you could move it backwards.
This guy can move it back.
If you spin this-
His icon is both directions. Yeah. He's the only guy.
So 7 points for yellow,
And
3 points for
3
green,
points for green.
Nothing.
Like, I get to store my plants, my weather
7
cards.
points for yellow. Good lord. Somebody stop that guy.
And so I'm tied.
So
because
it could've
purple
been-
counts as in this column.
Oh right.
We have extra?
And in the case of domination, oh, purple's gonna get it because
I was doing
he has the
really good.
kneeling archer
where you're-
pointing.
Okay, so you
Your
win the
points
tie.
here.
So you get
the
presents
7,
in.
and I get 3.
I've got 10, so I have 5 and 5. These go away.
Musicians is still the only musician. Yep.
So maybe
So
we shuffle.
I'm gonna get 1. Purple's gonna get. I'm gonna get 2. 1 for this way. 1 for this way.
And then
Yellow's gonna get 1
well, this isn't,
for this way.
isn't that bad.
Purple's gonna get 1 for that way.
Any game, you have to almost pay
Crossbowman?
to actually.
Who has?
I have 1.
I think purple's got. He's got 3.
Okay.
I have 3.
3 and
So
a half.
3 gets.
Plus
The half would only
this
count
guy
the-
would count as a tiebreaker, right?
Only tiebreaker. So
Yeah. So if somebody else had 3.
right.
Oh,
So 3 against 1. There are only 4 total on the
Well,
board.
I have
Two.
2, I guess.
Okay, so 3 wins domination. That's going to be worth 7. Everyone else who participated gets 3.
Hey, I got closer.
Next round, this quadrant is what is we're battling over. No one did priority token. Everyone flip your wet tokens to dry. Unless you're on one of these 3. In which case I can save 1 because 1 was already dry, so I can't.
You can't flip a dry to wet, right?
I don't think
It's
so.
only
You could just preserve.
Yeah.
I have 2,
so I just get
save
2
both
coins over there.
And then 1 coin. I'm glad that they did it in this way where it's this half and this half, and you don't have to like.
Right.
I'll get a coin. Everyone else.
Get your coins. I get 2 coins. Did you get your 2 coins, Wade?
Take
I got
card.
Get your workers.
Got him.
1 card from a
Thanks, sir.
That's nice. All right.
Alright,
Looks
now
like
we're-
I'm still player
Nobody
1.
took the first one.
This goes this way. This goes this way. Actually. And
I
now
was looking at the first card.
coins. I got. Use some clay would be nice.
I have a tree. That's why I took it. That's why I was asking you about your boa card side. That was the first card of the set.
This guy would give me 3 coins. 3 coins.
It's worth no points.
Yeah, we'll start the game.
So that means I get points next round.
Oh, did these move after they got scored?
They don't. They stay for the whole. Actually,
They scored at the end.
they score at the end, so they're
At
gonna.
the end of last round, they scored, so they should move.
Oh, the inspector. I'm sorry. I thought you were
Yeah.
pointing at the foot soldier. Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry. Misunderstood what you're pointing at.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do this column. 3 coins. I've got a guy here, so 3 wets. My crossbowman is already flipped.
I did too.
That'll be my turn.
Okay.
The card you put on there was the sign which actually completed
I'm
that.
gonna go here and grab 4 coins, and then I am gonna spend all 4 of those coins I just grabbed to get this guy.
So the bird only
Which
scores
over all
if
my
we have
things
2.
and
Second.
Yes. I'll take a coin. I'll take 2 more coins. And flip my outfit.
I'm gonna flip all my clay.
It's so much
A stupid amount of clay.
Get into the warrior building game.
Did we do the group things?
Group things?
The grouping scored? Was it only that one? Or
Oh,
we didn't do any like warrior grouping scores.
No, that only happens on these
Okay.
rounds
In the quadrant.
and in the final scoring.
Okay.
So final scoring is when it matters who's participating where in what group. Here it's just who is in what quadrant.
Gotcha.
Building the thing seems neat.
Unless the top card got better.
Don't do that though. place.
There's a reason why I didn't want that. Ooh, but
This guy here.
I know it's
We put that in the
You
warehouse.
at least can, do you have anything that's
Two
on
more
your
in there.
bottom canopy to get points?
this is
So
do I have anything?
I'm gonna build.
Well,
Where it goes.
he is a
I can just
bottom
flip it back
canopy.
over in a second
He's
again.
a second can. Oh,
And they're worth
you know
7
what?
points. Yeah,
This
we'll
one's
build a
scored
halberd.
on 1 and 2.
Will you give me a halberd,
This one's
please?
scored only on 2. You see the colors are different.
Yeah.
This is on 2,
Pink
3.
and green, 7 points.
So
Yes, please.
your boa.
Yeah, but no,
Did
mine
you have
doesn't,
your-
mine doesn't have.
7?
You did it first.
We'll put him
So like, if
in
you
this
close
fight
your
right
canopy,
here.
he would be used.
You know what? We'll put him in this
You have
right here.
close your canopy, close your canopy,
And
close your canopy.
what?
1, 2, or 3.
He lets me move
They're all green.
Yeah.
one of my
Now,
warriors
C card again, so you actually get to draw 3 cards.
sideways
This
if I
makes you
wanted.
5 points. Then your disease has to do with
Which
you have
I
2
think
disease
I
cards.
do.
You got to get rid of 2
I'm gonna go
people,
here.
right?
Yeah. This one you get -1.
Yeah.
If I take if I use that,
Flip this
is
guy
once
back
per
over.
season, I may take 1 card
And it's
from
my
a
turn.
pile that I passed, so I could pass on a pile.
Oh, halberd,
and go back
because I
and take
spent
a
it,
card
did
out
give
of
me
that
3
pile
more
I wanted,
points.
Oh, yeah.
I'll lose 1 point. Okay, I'm going to take this pile.
What was the 3 points for the halberd?
Because I spent this, because I spent my money on it,
So you
I get the power and I get the score on the bottom.
Right.
I did it for this.
Oh, you get a score on the bottom. I don't know about
they-
scores every time.
The only one that's weird in that sense is you spend the crossbowman. You did it earlier. When you put the crossbowman, you get to count the empty
So I can get
spaces.
another
But
disease card.
Does this guy get a point? He's got a point. I got it.
If you spent your weapon to do it, yes.
I definitely did, because that's how I moved the...
Oh, okay.
I could discard 1, but
Oh,
if I get
Lord.
2, I have to.
That middle column just like filled up immediately.
And Alex's turn.
Yeah.
Sweet! I don't miss anything versus this.
I'm gonna guess that they just did that on purpose.
Because you don't discard your life on it. So that it must be at the end of it. But like I have ones that say, hey, go
So
ahead
when
and
scoring,
This is once per
scoring
session,
this,
so
these
you
2 will
get
count
2 every
as
time you activate it.
You are currently winning domination of that quadrant.
of this. Okay.
I don't think you lose them.
And that is a grouping, so when we do
Right, it would be like a -3.
scorings of groupings in a little bit, they'll be worth 1 point apiece because you're the only warrior. You're the only player in that group.
None of these are at the end.
So in-game scoring, that's 2 points. This round scoring, you're the one set up for 9 points currently.
Spears, maple coins.
It's real hard to know, like, when in-game scoring, sometimes, like, how valuable these things are going to be. Like, are you really disadvantaged right now, for instance, or are you, like, just set up to sprint to the front, you
It's
know?
hard to say. I honestly can't tell.
Is Pete so far ahead we should all just quit, or is it, like...
That's what I wonder.
I've been playing with the in-game in mind, like, both in-game and future rounds. But
What is this one? Just
most coins. It's
Most
a domination and presence of coins.
So it looks like, although this is
So as long as you have a coin, you score
like
something.
round 3, they're talking about.
Yeah.
But it was showing them scoring the wrong life. Active score.
So this is a new group,
Matching mates.
It is.
and they'll be fighting.
No, they're not the same.
That's not a group. Those are...
Oh, you're right. That's the
So
hell
like
group.
this
Okay.
out 2, he's
I
worth
get
more.
2 more.
So you get 2 coins for putting a
Well,
spear
out
on
of
that.
2, so he's worth 5
Assuming you
right
flipped
now.
your spear.
Yes. So I'll
Yeah,
get
they
6
separate.
plus the 1 is 7.
I'm just trying to rate the in-game scoring and make
7.
sure.
And I get 2
All
coins.
that score is listed.
Oh no!
Right in here.
It's in here.
Terracotta Army, the next game.
It just says.
Terracotta Army in operation.
Okay, that was.
Tiddlywinks is a very underused mechanic.
any
yeah,
wildlife
that's
effects
3 coins. That would get me
that can be used at the end of
Clay
season.
from 2 spots.
some clay.
Well,
I guess I'll do that.
we don't have anything that says, well, I think I do, it has one that says during seed, yeah, this one. During seed,
And it all comes in a dryer.
Yep.
Well, I can't draw, let's see.
And then I can put a specialist down.
So I'm saying, like, you're gonna get 3 seed cards. If you have a seed card, mine just says if I have one, but.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that we.
Yeah,
that-
I'll get a horse. So that's
Oh, okay.
2 coins.
I just
Now
know.
a sword.
So,
And if I
if
put
you notice, he's a single card. As a single card, he's worth 2 points.
so
You don't know that he's
now
worth
he's
1
worth
point.
3.
No,
He's just bigger.
he takes up 3 spaces.
Oh,
For
okay.
So
example,
the inspector sees him on those 3
He has 2 of
spaces. if he
he's
gets
still
there.
worth 2.
Okay.
They're worth 2 points.
Alright. Sure.
But in here it says they're worth more. So it's possible that, well, there's only 2 of these
Play.
cards. So it's possible you had both of these singly, but then they
Flip my
score at the end of the game.
Gonna get this guy.
And that's what makes it
Rack
rack
up some area here.
because they
Nope,
would.
not this guy. This is the wrong guy.
So,
Not that
Two,
guy.
2 of these cards, if you had both of them, they would
Okay.
be worth 4. 2 apiece.
That's
Four
the right guy.
is 5. So that point has
And that
only to do with in-game
is
scoring.
6
I
points.
don't know about,
I'm assuming they have to be active in order to use.
I don't know, I would think you could use.
Ah,
it
you
for
stinker.
scoring.
That's where I was gonna have.
Because the scoring's not involved.
And I'm gonna activate that guy, which is this guy, which
Does
is
that make sense?
going there
Like,
again.
For example, I don't get 2
Spend 3
points
more. Oh,
if I
should
don't
have
on
put
canopy, but I could use my.
one of the
ability.
plays there, so I'm just putting that one there, and then another one there.
So let's just
With
do it that.
somebody
way.
else.
First season, you can use your ability, but if it's not completed, at the end of the game, he can't be scored.
And am I gonna get?
I bet you somebody's answered something. Yeah. Okay, so wildlife first.
We still have to.
Oh, we
turns.
still have to-
It's your turn.
Do
I take that one.
Lumberjack gets to move somebody.
Well, you know what, I should play it the other way. Because if I played it the other way, I could have picked both cards up because I have that card that says I can pick up a card from the one card out of the one I passed. I didn't play it right. What was it? Disease?
But
That
I
means,
got a discard.
that means I have to discard it because you, or is it with 3?
And that gives me 9 points.
So next
And,
is, okay, we do wildlife effects first,
Okay, so I'm getting rid of the disease.
okay?
And it says you may add 1 card to each pile.
and I could get a
Or add cards.
specialist.
Okay. Mine is gonna be in the next round when I draw my seed
Just use
cards.
that guy.
So now you draw your seed cards, you draw 3. You get to keep 1.
I'm gonna do a healing crossbowman.
So do we discard?
Yeah, you said put it at the bottom.
I'm gonna put him.
Yay!
I draw 3 and I actually get to keep.
So you spent 3 coins on that?
Wait, this is actually.
On the crossbowman?
blank times.
Do I
One.
spend that?
It's
So if it
these
was
totals.
0
So
times
first one is this
0,
one, and then see how that has the arrow. So it's 1
I
plus
think it means your trump.
each one above it that's visible.
So there was only one above it. that-
Well, now that you've removed it,
There's
so
Okay.
It means it would be worth
so 3 all day.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Then I couldn't
0
have gotten
times
the horse
whatever. Which
Cheater.
I know I have
I thought you only had to pay the one that was visible.
Oh no, it's the little arrow above this indicates like
Yeah.
here's the minimum cost, and then anything shown above it.
Okay.
So the first one costs 1, the second one
If you
costs
win, you
2.
get an asterisk.
I'm not, definitely not gonna.
Alright, that was my turn.
I'm not keeping the second card because. Okay, now we do threats.
I have 1 disease, which doesn't matter. It's gonna go away.
Well, if you have 1 disease.
We'll go
you lose
here.
No, it's 2.
Take 3 coins. I have
If you
this
have
guy
2 fire cards at the end of the round,
here.
discard 2 point cards.
So I get 3.
Got it. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I have one disease card, so, okay.
He's a musician.
Now we do trees.
Uh,
So
At
your
the end of
tree-
round scoring, he triggers and he
Score for
scores
each
everybody
tree
in
with a
his
canopy.
row and
on
column.
his row and his column.
Everybody in his room.
So in this particular case, green gets 1, yellow
Okay,
gets
so then we
1,
go
purple gets 1, blue gets 1.
2 plants and weather.
But if this guy counts as 3 spaces, it's
He
still
still only
just
counts
Still-
as one die.
Yeah,
one
it
guy.
counts as,
Okay,
for purposes of scoring.
Over.
gotcha. And then the kneeling
Just
X
type
guy.
makes the guy next. Oh, this guy.
So I know which ones we've
If
done.
he's surrounded,
And gain
you
points.
score
Weather.
for
each person touching it,
presence and
Yeah,
domination.
presence and domination of each.
of everybody around it.
Right.
So kind of.
And there's 8 potential spots around him. Which means that bottom left-hand corner currently is worth 8 points to Pete and no one else.
Oh, 8 points for each person that's around.
No, I'm dominating, so I
You
get
have
the
to
domination
dominate.
score.
Yeah,
The only time you're
Which
gonna
is
change you by the negative effect or something.
Nobody else
you're
gets a
gonna
presence score.
gotcha.
So I
Which
guess
is how
if
much?
you
The
decide
two.
to use the
Two.
ability in your season, just turn
That's
it
not much.
sideways and then you see it actually.
It's not nothing.
No,
It's just not much.
It is not.
Everything but animals and disease comes back, right?
Did you already read it? Trying to decide what to do here. All right. I think I'm gonna go here and do that, and then I'll get this guy. So we'll take that and that, and I gotta do a guy here. Let's see. What do we want to do? Do we do group scoring at the end of the game?
Yeah.
Okay. The largest group.
All the groups.
All the groups of each kind of warrior.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the largest of each kind of warrior will get
The domination score.
the domination score. And what are those scores? The same as normal?
It depends on how many players. It's 1 point per player participating in the group. 3 points per player participating in the group. So if there's 4 people in the group, there's 12 points to be. Oh, it's per warrior. Let me just read it. It's easier than.
I'm gonna go 5.
Alright, we missed something, but I'll fix it. So I completed my tree last
And
round,
then
is
I
that right?
will
Or I did.
pay a halberd or
Did I or not?
a bow
You completed it on 2.
because
And you completed yours on 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have a tie for the tallest tree. The tie is both players gain equal points for the tallest tree. So we both gain 4 points.
Oh, for what it's worth, a Ewing archer does make a warrior into a group.
And it just says.
It does.
Yeah, I misread. So
Okay.
a group must contain at least 2
Basically,
warriors,
zero.
which
We
remembers
both
any of
gain
those
4.
4,
It doesn't matter.
or at least 1 warrior
Yeah,
and
you
1
go
Ewing
first,
archer
you've already
facing the
scored
warrior.
it, so it won't ever count again for tallest tree. So that's how we missed. Okay.
So that halberd in this quadrant is a group
My turn?
for what it's worth.
and then I'll pass on the last action.
If at least 2 players have at least 1 warrior within a
So
group,
you didn't get any of the bonus.
Oh, I can use my art because I played that
And I marked it
hybrid,
because
so I
we
could
scored him last round, even though
But he's got to shoot somebody.
play for the number of spaces. Like I could go
Right.
here and do 3,
So you picked the first
or
card.
here and do 3. It doesn't really matter. It's gonna be 3.
No, because you have to shoot somebody.
Oh, I have to shoot somebody.
You can't
so
shoot
I
the
could
empty wall.
go
There, you get the 3.
and go 3, or I could go here and go
And get 3 this way.
3. I think it's no matter how I spin it, it's gonna be 3.
Kind of looks like 3 is your best.
Yeah. So
You shoot your own gun.
well, I guess theoretically you could put
Well, I was
it.
debating that
here.
if I gave it to
You
you,
know, 1, 2, 3,
you're
4,
gonna complete,
5.
but now if you don't have
I
any
could,
cards, then you're
and you
stuck.
shoot your own guy. It's fine.
Yeah.
That means I get to
But-
trees.
What I want is the grouping here.
Right.
So,
So there is a
so
strategy
I'd rather
to
get
not
more
picking the canopy right now.
points and get 3. So I'll get 3 points for that, and that is worth it. Okay. Cool.
Hold on, I can do. Let's do this. So I'll moisten. And
I guess I'll take the first
player token.
Hey, no one. Oh, someone did take a priority token, didn't they?
Yeah.
I just did.
Okay. I was like, man, this has gone the whole game, and
Okay.
I'm going to take this guy. 6 points.
Zero.
I'm not getting very many points, but I'm close.
6 points. I didn't use my weapon, so I don't get the special power. And then I use that guy, which is this guy, so I get to move an Inspector 2.
you were ruining all my plans with the inspectors.
I hope you didn't have any plans with the Inspectors, because I'm going to ruin them for you.
You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Okay, that's it.
All right.
Alright.
So, Alex, put your token back on top of there. You're now player 1. Everyone else stays the same.
Poison frog.
At least we're not doing this like bouncing around player order thing. That's nice.
So we're no longer in table order?
Oh yeah, you're right. So it's gonna be Alex because anyone who didn't participate stays, and it just moves down. So you're right.
So with me and or
Like that?
No. So Alex became 1, so he goes up to the front, and then we all just sort of
Slide down.
slide down.
Okay, so I was already all the way down, so I
Right.
remain all the way down.
Yeah.
So now it becomes annoying. But, all
Everyone,
right.
everyone flip their
You're in the
clay.
lead. I
No
think
one-
Yeah.
you should be nerfed.
There's a
Somehow.
good selection.
Dry out your
It
clay.
doesn't help to grow your tree.
Unless you're in this column, in which case 2. I can preserve 2. Get a coin if you're in this column.
Or 2 points.
Alright.
If you have both.
Right. This moves to here. We're gonna do scoring coins this round.
We're going
We
to
didn't
do all
do
the
scoring.
scoring.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Let's.
You
Oh, we
guys
did
just
skip
card
scoring. You're right. I just skipped straight through
A
that.
tree with this.
All right, inspectors. This one,
We
he
don't-
gets 7. I get 3.
I think it is.
This
When you add it to
one,
your forest, you must
Pete gets
immediately
7.
discard one other card from your
Alec,
forest, and then
no,
discard
Wade and
the
I
rest.
both get 3.
It says you
So
may
purple and green
discard
both
any
get
card
3?
except trees and trunks that are scored. So if you want to discard him, you could. If not, you'd have to discard.
It's worth noting you have the Mewing Archer on your side, so if there would have been a tie, you still have the edge, but
That's true.
you don't.
We're about to use that Kneeling Archer again.
Yeah. Musicians. Is this still the only musician on the board?
Looks like it.
Purple, you get 1. Purple, blue, and yellow get 1.
Fire. I'll buy fire.
Yellow gets 1 more.
That's just weird. but
Green gets 1.
You're trying. We classify, but
Oh, I got it. Just
yes.
Uh,
It doesn't say. It just says
Quadrant.
you
That would
cannot
actually make it
discard.
worse.
So
It just says you cannot
yellow,
discard.
like
It's like you can't
this
use
line.
score,
Where's
use
this? In it?
score,
Okay, this
use
is
score,
this line
use
doesn't
score,
count, and
use
this
score.
line doesn't count.
Okay,
So
I've got these cards.
yellow has
Oh, okay.
3.
Like, why is
I have a Kneeling Archer pointing to one of my guys.
Breaking the tie for 4. So yellow, you're gonna get 9 points. Green. Looks like everybody else gets
Yeah.
4 points. Okay.
The issue is you gotta go to your
Now, collect your meeples. Alex is going to be first player. And the round is presence and domination of coins. So don't spend all your money if you want
And we
points.
rotate these.
Then we rotate.
Oh,
both
right.
of those, Yep.
So this.
take this and I'm going to.
I was like, where did Pete's scoring marker go?
Take one card from the pack.
Just so far ahead.
Way up there.
Dude, these inspectors are adding
I'm just
up. Like,
owning the inspectors.
Yeah.
dude, you are so good at inspections.
I
I
took
am
the
very
two-king
well.
card out of this deck if you knew about it. It was one you added, but since I drew the other one, I was like, I'm gonna take a two-king card. You get points. Cause see, it's not worth 5. toucan card lets me look at a pile before my turn. So when it's my turn, I can go pick any 3 and look at it first before I take my first pile look. So I'll know if I want to keep going down.
I'm confused by how do we get these taller?
There is sections in the middle here that we haven't got yet. They just look like trees. They look like without roots. They got tree trunks without roots.
Like you drove to that last side and dropped off.
I mean, all I see
Alright,
is.
I guess I'll do this.
They gotta be in there.
I'm just wondering if we're supposed to like add these.
Then I get.
No, because you only have one canopy.
So you get a coin for that one because you're using your.
Show a picture of it?
I would use a small one.
Well, no, I just upgraded him.
Oh,
But
I
that's
see.
something on
So
top of
that
it.
was the upgrade.
So could
And
we
then
technically do
I get
this?
3
Like that?
play.
It's not showing. Oh,
Don't have any money, so that's it.
are you saying that we're doing it wrong?
Yeah. So let's just continue to make trees. When we could add these to,
Oh, we screwed up.
well, no, we could still do it. I mean,
I know, but then we've been spraying. Let me make sure.
We're gonna go here.
8 trees she completed this season. The first tree scores 34. How do you grow your tree? Trees.
Nope.
So that's what's going on. Each trunk score shown.
Yeah, we'll go
Canopy award has a number.
here. So here's 2 clay,
Each trunk
1 for the
that
warehouse,
is in that
1 for the
tree.
stash. We're gonna build a sword. Will you pass me a sword?
Okay, adding cards.
That'll be 6 points.
Trunks can be used to start a new
Sword gets me 1 extra point because I'm
Adding
spending the money.
a trunk to make your tree.
And I can.
and then you just.
Oh, I can move the
numbers
inspector.
on the
That's
trunk
cool.
And then you multiply by whatever the canopy is.
So if we had done this, that's the scoring.
Whoops.
So I guess that what we had to do is figure out if we want to add these or.
And then I'll put my sword back over.
We've already closed them, but you need to either figure out you want to keep going.
Well,
I
yeah.
go here.
Yes, but I'm saying like right now, do
Get
you
all
want
my
to,
tools.
say if we think about it, do you want to add to this to make your tree 2? Because they only have to be 3, unless you were trying to go really long trees. So like you could be, so technically you only need 1, 2, 3, right, for the tree.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
But if you wanted it to be the tallest tree every time,
I'm gonna spend
you would have to
3
go for 5.
for this one. And what does he take?
So you're
So
thinking you have
that's
to
what I'm
spend
saying,
4
is
for that
if-
guy.
Since we have some without
Yeah,
canopies on
that's
it,
correct.
There we go.
do you want to start a new tree since we only have a bunch of single canopies, or do you want to?
I'm done.
See what we-
Yeah, I'm adding to this then.
That's really solid.
I probably won't.
Does not do anything for me. It's me,
Well, maybe.
because
I
you've
guess it
moved us
doesn't
out of
matter,
order.
does it? Or
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We should do it when we're, but I'm going back, we're gonna go retro and try to fix this, because if not, then we'll never finish our.
2. Oh, shoot. Well, here's what it is.
Just wondering if it changes the way we.
Is that all it?
Done. Yep.
Blue Town.
No, because it looks like wildlife's only scored. No, it would have messed up our scoring of wildlife. I mean, you could have possibly got, if you built your tree, you could have got paid each round. Well, technically it wouldn't have been here, because we didn't have any canopies in the first round.
Oh,
I'm just trying to fix whatever.
and you also gotta remember, some of these you can't get if you've got built trees. So like my leaf cutter ant, I was only available to have these.
What was it?
It's just the little one, the little tree.
No, he has a canopy on it.
I know, that's what I'm saying, it's only the first canopy though, not the
Right.
second, not the
Right.
third. So
Yes.
like, it can only be a first canopy.
Yes.
So I have to keep one of these and I want to get, or
Correct.
want to get these 2
Correct,
scores.
so yes, you get scored on first canopy, but you have some like that are only, like mine, for example, this was only scored if I have 2.
Now, would this, if this small or the smallest and the
paid on a round. It's paid either on a single or a double. So, for
So we
example,
do have to have at least one person in the middle, right? To get.
I would think that say first round you have to single, you would get.
That's next round though. Don't worry about it.
So like if, for example, you grew the tree, he would still be grown, but he would still be catching. But once you put a canopy on, it's supposed to stop.
And moving someone.
So that was kind of where we screwed up.
The halberd's
It
ability.
stopped them. And so we have to see.
Any of your
Like,
pieces,
for example,
uh,
like that's a single.
horizontally or
That's
or
double,
vertically
you need a third to make
until they bump into something.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Up to until they bump into something.
Okay. All right, and then. And.
Clay would be good. Money would be good.
Okay, so my
Warriors would be good.
How did we do it?
Victory points would be
I'm
good.
trying to remember. I grabbed toucan, but I think you went after me. But I don't remember what you picked.
Alex, do you have any money?
You just.
Well, that's real easy to figure out who's winning and not winning.
Yeah.
Do you have money, Pete?
Oh, I no. Did I? Oh, I
Something like 5.
Okay.
5.
So I was like, you don't have a lot of extra
Exactly.
cards, so.
I didn't get
Uh,
any vegetation because it was all in the first row.
It was all in the first, yeah.
over there. That's dumb.
This is the big stack. No, it's actually tree trunks. So this one's a good
All right.
one.
We'll do this.
So it is
4 wet clay. 4?
2.
4?
4.
4.
2 points. Oh, right. The 2 side by side. And then they stack the 2
so
side
it
by
worth a
side.
lot of points, but
2 coins and
You need a horse. Oh, you need the horse you rode in on?
huh.
I thought you.
What? Horses and get out of
I thought it was only 2 trunks to make 3.
You already did all the archers, Ewing archers
you also
out.
have the tallest tree. Right? I would think you could just keep going. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
1, 2. What I want to do? That could be good.
It just says trunks
Yeah.
that are in the tree.
We'll spend 2 coins.
Just have the tallest tree.
It just comes down to, do you want the
Oh,
tallest
thank you.
tree in that round? So technically, this will be the tallest tree in our
And a
round,
halberd.
and then he wouldn't be scored again for the tallest tree. So if you were doing this early on, you were trying to make sure that you covered your bases on other animals.
Gotcha. Alright, well, do I have to, I guess I have to. 'Cause
Ooh,
there's
no.
grass, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you have to take a look at that. Do I want the last big tall stack or the other one?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Wade. Here we go. Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna use my ability to peek and I'll
Round
to
2.
return. This one. There it is. Ooh, this one. Okay.
So
Taking the
I
stack.
think if they go
Can't add a card to
here,
it. Adding it because I want the burn. These are nothing.
no,
So if I watch it with that, you can finish a tree over there.
let's go with that.
Alright, so this one.
There's a bunch of them, there's a whole tree. I think.
2.
And I'll put 1.
And I had it disease, that's why I didn't want it.
These guys out. And put it Spectre. I have to use which weapon? Sword. Sword.
That's why I didn't.
Did you get the
I would
points
have picked
for?
that one, he would have been
Got
worth
not count the
There's
points.
two
I
in
get
that?
5 points. That.
So
And
we'll
I get
get
2
1-0
play, and I'm done.
Because I would have had 4. Okay.
Yellow.
You get
So
one
we
bonus
do
point because
the
of
first
the-
thing.
Oh, right. Good call.
Yeah,
Good
using
call.
the sword.
Oh, I got a bonus point, and I got to move the inspector. Okay, cool.
Okay, any effects that the wildlife allows.
Very good, very good. You're or somebody's up.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow's up. That's right. I get to play.
I don't.
Oh.
So I got
So
some
more.
it's back over. How about that? Good. I'll take it.
Okay. So now we do seeds. Yeah, seed. No seeds this time. Okay, so now we're gonna do threats, which is fire. Have a single fire, have a single disease. So now we do trees.
You have the top one.
Let's see, so what's 5 for? 0, see 4 0.
Presents in this column.
Not bad. That's 2.
You move me 6 points.
6 points.
5 for my trees.
Last 100.
That.
100 point.
I do have a little 100-point jobber.
Plants and
What do we do
weather.
with it? Just put it here.
I guess just put it
Yeah, put my guy on top of him. In case there was any doubt.
there.
Pete, you're in last.
Man, how'd you only
What
get 2
happened?
points this whole time? I don't know how this game works. I keep playing, but nothing good happens. Back to Alex.
Yes.
Okay, so we're cheating when it's going. I see.
Mm-hmm.
So, I get some coins. And I'll take the first player marker back. And then,
All right, Andy. I'm assuming you're done.
yes.
So just having this link is minus 1. Yeah, the minus 1 to yours. So just having the snake on this
Somebody
one
look
is
at me.
minus 1.
I would like one.
One of your
Anything.
those or
They're all good in there. Not the pickle beer. That's all I care.
Wrong door.
All right. If I do that, that's interesting.
62. That way we actually know it. That was bad. It actually made it like, we'll never get any points to.
It's pretty accurate in terms of.
1, 2, 3. Purple's got the middle column a lot.
Find your
There's
purple
no,
real quick.
there's no beating purple
Yeah, watch
The C cards.
for dominance on the middle column.
He's got 2 guys on his middle column. Right, he's got 1 guy plus tiebreaker.
I lost it.
So if you put a guy and then your own tiebreaker.
Can't get another tiebreaker.
Oh, they're all gone, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So if I put
So if
my
you
guy
take the
there-
last spot,
because the horse
you're
doesn't
dominant.
count to.
Yeah.
It's not extra guys.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
It's just big.
Yeah, so if you put a third guy here.
You know, we'll have to look to see
That
what
sounds
scores what, because it matters on what order you do your scoring on.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Because your animals take precedence first.
And I will will do it for the cost of 4. I'll go ahead and go expensive. Oh no!
Yeah,
I've already
there's-
spent my halberd. No.
There's
that's-
a basket.
Oh, but it
if you go
doesn't matter
around.
because I can flip it over. Okay.
No,
So
no, the other side.
4 clay.
There's a basket that should have a
You
little
know, from the
armadillo
warehouse.
bottle opener hanging off it.
Oh, this one. No, you're right. You had it right. You had it. I'm gonna put. Oh, but I want the halberd to score. Because that's the grouping that's there. And the power of the halberd gets me 3 points. That's the best way. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Halberd, please.
I know I don't want all the trees.
The victory points associated with the halberd, please.
You're
Green.
doing it with the.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I've already spent it.
Okay, so you're not getting the 3 bonus points.
Correct.
You're just getting
Maybe that was for the 4th.
dominating the file.
Yeah,
points in the
and
future.
flipping it over because that was my 3rd action.
And you get 2 coins.
And I
Because
forgot
there's
I did not
a
take
3, 3, 5, and 10, and I bet you it has to do with.
Hopefully this is how I get my catch-up mechanic. Like, hopefully these 2 rounds I've got it locked down. Incentive, like even if you eliminate those from the next round, like the next game,
They're still
you
random.
still have 3
Right.
like you have to play 3 full games to see every one of those. Although you can imagine there's 4 of these, there's 4 of these. There's a horizontal one of those.
That's not gonna go anywhere.
4, 8, 4, 8,
I take the 1.
9, 10,
Wait.
11.
Now you take the next one.
I take the next one?
Yep.
Okay.
So you take the 2, so he stays 1.
You get 1 clay for that.
You move up.
I get a clay for that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on the.
It's on the.
Oh.
It's
Oh, he
actually
doesn't-
on the token you picked up.
You don't put the token back after the round that you get it. Keep
Yes.
it for the rest of the game.
No.
It goes back.
It goes
Yeah,
back. And
last
technically
round,
you wouldn't.
Well,
Yeah.
Technically we
I
got
bought
it
it
again this round.
I got
Oh,
it
you got it again.
So if you notice, you just played here where he already is.
That's true, yeah.
And technically speaking, we wouldn't move the player marker just yet. We do that in cleanup, but since this is the last round, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
But that he doesn't get the advantage of going first until
Well,
the next round.
that's it for
And
me.
you're done?
Yep.
Did you flip your halberd or?
Either's already.
Not a thing for you?
Not a thing for me.
Same rules as
Waste.
3 cards.
You got second point.
Okay. So scoring phase.
So who had most coins between the 2 of you?
We're not there yet. We're gonna.
Oh,
Pretty
that
close.
was the first thing.
Scoring inspectors.
Okay.
Green has 2 on this row.
So green gets 7.
7 points for green. Purple and yellow each get 3. You participating just is still hurting me. This row, 3 for green, or there's 7 for green. Yellow, purple, blue each get. Everyone else gets 3.
Did you move me 3 for the previous inspector?
Yeah.
I did.
Sweet.
Musicians. Green is going to get 2. Purple is going to get 1. Blue is going to get 1. Yellow is going to get 1.
Is that for that file there?
Yes.
You give me 1.
For this musician?
Is there only 1 musician out, right?
But it goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. So that's
Second
2 for 1. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
And
So
then-
everyone got
Yeah,
their.
yeah. You did good.
Okay. Scoring tiles. So who has the most money? I think it's me.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, whoever had the largest scores.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
13.
I was really hoping for
11
that.
points.
So that, yeah, you got the.
And you get 5.
Oh, I was really hoping for that one. I've been working on that one the whole game. I'm mad you eat past me.
I did get 8 coins this round. I spent none.
Players number 1 comes first player.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's done.
Player number 2 becomes second. We're done 2.
Yep.
Put those back in order.
I'm confused.
Everyone flip your wet clay.
Done.
Unless you're in this column and you can
Keep
save.
your reserves.
You can have a coin if you're in this column.
Got it.
Still figured out the coin.
15.
I don't understand how this scored.
Now what am I going to do with all those
I don't know.
freaking coins, man?
Well, for what it's worth,
Vanity
It was
horse.
a two.
it's worth a point.
2 times tree.
Right.
A point for every 2 of
That's true.
clay and
Times
coin.
1
So,
is 2.
Just in case the score.
yeah,
You know what it is?
just in case.
You
Yeah.
guys somehow get another 50 points.
Well, I'm not looking. Just in case.
Maybe in
This moves to here.
Line up and then
Spin that. Spin that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Couple
if it was times
pieces.
0, it would be 0, but I think it was supposed to be scored by.
Alex, I believe you are player
There was no
1.
multiplier.
And
Maybe that's the deal. We probably scored it wrong. I scored it by times 0.
And
3 points and a
This
0.
will be the last round of the game.
I bet you
And
that's
we're
what it is.
trying to put more guys in
It's
this
top,
center
there's no
column.
bonus.
If you can do it, go
The
ahead.
dominance,
There's a tree.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
It's not worth any extra.
Okay,
But if
get
you
right
were
on
to
that.
count it up, it's worth points.
Here I go.
But it says the canopy
Good
scored 4 points.
luck.
I'm going to run the rest of your game while I got 2 people ahead
The
of me.
tree scored 3, and the canopy has this canopy score 4.
Because there was already a tree. Like for example, this says 1 times tree. There's 1 tree here, it's worth 1 point.
It's pronounced 3.
2 times trees, there's 2 trees. 2 times 2 is 4.
Oh, so we totally did it.
Oh yeah. So it's completed trees score.
I still think I
Where's it going to be, Alex?
No, because I had, if I had counted right, I had a lot of trees. Okay.
Refresh all that clay.
That was your first round though.
You can get 3 more
I
clay.
get 3 more
Took out a
clay.
stack.
Gonna run out of clay tokens because he's cornering the market.
All this clay. And then
Hunt Brothers of Clay.
So yeah, we looked at that totally wrong. We thought it was for the tree, but it's, you don't get multipliers for having completed trees to 0 times tree. That just means you don't get an extra point from the top.
so if I spent it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 by that game.
I moved those back so I wouldn't have to draw.
And 2, 3, 4. He's a crossbow. No, he's a halberd. I wish I do. Okay. And
Well, yeah.
You know the weird thing about
you're
working
gonna
at
see it
night,
next, but I don't need
When I
to
see
know
the sun
what
going
it
down
is.
like this, I start to just think there's a storm moving in instead of the sun. I'm like, why is it getting dark? I need to go roll my windows up.
It's nighttime.
That whole sun thing is weird.
these guys just count everyone around, not it's not limited to like one group.
It's going to be a dominance battle.
Okay.
So blue would win dominance in this situation. Yellow would get a presence.
Okay. Alright.
The card that you put on top of the canopy.
Go
So I for sure close that one so I can get
coin.
points.
The first
For
action,
one of
and
my
I
items.
will pay 5 coins for.
The other thing I didn't catch, and I counted it, so like an
Ooh.
example, this card right here says 2 times 5.
He's moving.
But I
He's
didn't,
like, just get it off that
count
Column beats it.
the other card.
I think we will. Yeah. We'll go here. We'll flip these. We'll get 3 more wet.
Well,
Wait,
I,
can you keep
This
that
homie.
thing?
yeah, he's no score. He's just a dead tree.
And then you build your
He's
favorite
everywhere.
deer.
Uh-huh.
With your
Well, that's what I was
giant
trying to think.
piles
It's like,
of
do
gold.
I not keep the canopy? If I don't keep the canopy,
That's the
then-
question, is
but
do
I
I
think you can
want-
keep- So technically, I probably should have left.
It's not gonna work out.
Well, you would have closed your tree. Because if you have an open trunk, you have to close your tree.
It's not great. But it's not nothing.
You get to flip those?
Yeah, because he's in the master spot.
Oh, I thought you were yellow.
Now there's a totally different strategy.
I am yellow. I don't get to do that at all.
You can
You
spend.
can pay for it. Yeah, you can pay
Could
for it.
pay for it.
Yeah, you can spend.
Yeah, you can add a guy to the master spot.
I'm actually gonna not do that. I'm just gonna take a coin, which is stupid, but
You can't take a coin for the bottom
for the
row.
master. But the master, I'm gonna flip the sword on.
Oh, I'm following. So you took. I got you. It was the middle row you're taking the coin for.
Yeah, because I only had 2
Yeah,
coins.
you're good.
2 weapons I
I
could
think you should
flip. So
discard now. 'Cause that's
I'll
an
just skip
immediate
that guy.
Alex.
You can discard fire, remember I did last time.
Time to spend all that clay.
Yeah.
That's probably not right.
Say, but I would think you can't discard a hatcher.
We're out.
If that is the case, moving forward, if I don't find the right answer, I'll make the house rules. You can't discard a card.
That's 4 points. Okay. And then put in. Get your base.
When you add a draw card to your forest, you must immediately discard any other card from your forest. It says any other. And then discard the rest.
No, the threat
Two
isn't
points.
in your forest.
You should put
So
it there.
right?
Unless you got a super important reason to be there. Because if you're there, when we do end scoring, you're in a group and you'll get presents.
Well, you're not in. Oh, that is a crossbow group. You're right.
Oh, you mean
Adding
here?
cards
Yeah,
to
if
your
you're
forest,
there.
see,
You'll get presents in that crossbow group.
the cards
Oh,
represent
okay.
wildlife, trees.
And the
Otherwise,
2 points
by
are.
himself, he won't count for a group at all.
Most
Right.
cards count
Okay.
as points.
And you still get 2 points for shooting somebody.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's like
it's
real
and-
life.
Others have N,
It's
C,
good
and
shooting.
effects, so like a
You
light
finished?
It's shooting him in the back,
okay,
so
so
extra
that's-
You get to do
Some
it
have
again.
immediate effects that have to be resolved.
You get to-
Only if I had
Added
cut
to
your
your
spear.
forest. So like, the drought was added to my forest, but I have to deal with it.
If you
Don't
have 3
use
more
the
clay.
middle
Oh, you don't have
Mark
that
with a
guy.
lightning bolt.
And you don't have money to pay for that.
When you keep a pile, you must add all cards
Gotcha.
to your.
Alright.
forest.
Pay into
Yeah,
spin the
wildlife
wheel.
Wildlife.
Go in
Hey,
here.
Casey, you want to come see this game mostly in game?
My
It
clay.
looks pretty neat when it's
I
all.
would think the way you're wrapping up.
Fix that guy.
Yeah, we've got
Any card.
a couple more turns
It
each.
shouldn't say any
Look at
non-card
you.
card. Okay.
Looks way cooler when all the pieces are out and doing things. Is he my turn? I'm assuming he didn't just stop mid-turn. Guys, wait!
You really had to go.
I gotta go flip this crossbow, but I gotta go to the bathroom first.
Whoa, that has a benefit.
Great.
We're playing the second time because now we actually understand.
Oh, okay.
It is a deck builder, so it actually plays pretty good. It's just that we're having to like look at rules and going, does this make sense? And then. No, I get that. This looks cute.
It's fun, it's a flick on one. It takes up a lot of space though.
Let's do.
What game do you remember playing last year? We played it here, but it was the one where it was a Kingdom Builder or something? Where you had to build. You had lines of like when you
Wait,
build your little town,
blue.
you had to be like horizontal.
I
Or,
can't be there, right? Oh no.
I was there
Oh,
first.
you're right. Alright, so I can
It doesn't
build
even
a
matter,
warrior
because
for
I
3.
can't- I
I'm
don't have
gonna do
you're gonna leave me with
My turn.
disease.
there, there.
But I have to.
I'm gonna build. I have all 4 weapons. It's Halbert game 2.
Okay, we're ready to score.
Domination.
So animals first.
Looks pretty good.
Isn't that what it says? It's animals. I get four.
That do the.
Or I don't
Or
get score for it anymore. Wildlife activated effects first.
Yes, I have it, but it's not, I can't do anything on this one because I should have added to the tiles.
Right, he's.
Yeah, he doesn't work.
And he doesn't do.
You know, it's getting serious when everyone
So
stands
next
up.
is seeds. You have a seed.
One.
And then the camera catches nothing but crotches.
I draw 3, keep 3.
Everyone's standing real close to the table. You
Yeah.
won't be able to use any of that footage.
alright.
That's somebody's
Put
thing.
little
out
black
there.
dots on everybody's crotch.
I'm gonna build.
Blur them out.
That's right.
I'm gonna build a Halbert. So if I can have the points for that, please.
Okay.
So that is 5. Are you getting the
Now we
bonus?
deal with
Yeah,
the
so
rest.
the 8 all day.
Where I have to deal with your fire. You fire.
Way out in front, Andy.
You get nothing.
Getting there.
No one can't even see anybody out
I was gonna say, is everyone else playing the same game?
No.
Pete started playing something.
He's playing the
crazy.
solo
That
Yeah.
was just like,
And that's what's
I think he play tested this game and he never told us or something. He was just like,
Oh, that's a different piece. I don't want to put that there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 points.
Oh wait,
so
is Pete
spears.
lapped? Is that what's happened?
this is Pete
Yeah.
who has lapped.
He's
It
almost
could have been that, or he was in last, and it's tough to tell when it's spread
It's
out this
possible.
much. But then I noticed there was a token under his.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the 100-point token.
That's the Pete is winning token.
Which actually goes to 200 as well.
Oh!
On the other side.
Oh.
So,
Goals!
yeah.
See if I can score another 85
I think
points.
if you don't get to the
These
200
two
token,
dudes.
you just lose automatically. That's
These two dudes, I need to get 80 more points.
Okay. I've built a warrior.
oh.
I get 2 coins. I can build a
The
specialist.
coin collecting phase is over, Andy.
But you were
Right.
collecting coins too.
So your
I
weather-
can't stop.
How many-
I was like, why did
Yeah.
you pass on that and you got coins?
How
How many
I'll-
points are coins worth?
Coins in clay are worth 1 point per 2.
I guess
and they
masters aren't worth anything.
You're gonna need a lot more coins to catch up with Pete, especially since I can see how many coins Pete has.
I have 3, so he's worth 6.
I'm gonna go ahead and build the musician.
Yeah, because he's got.
There's
I'm
2.
sure he's completed 3.
1, 2.
Make sure
And a
this
spear
guy's
token?
complete. He was good for all
Oh, thank you.
Alright, that means I have it
And we'll put that.
in the stash. Okay. You set?
Okay.
It is a imperial style.
Alright, I gotta place a dude. I probably want to spin something here.
Oh yeah, they make really cool cans. The one that just released.
So once Pete goes, everybody just has one more
And it was a
turn.
One more turn.
And then final
Fire
score.
game.
But it was sitting in a whiskey barrel. So yeah, this is a.
And then we get to figure out groupings, which won't be hard, but
The one I
it
just
will be a little
before
tedious.
that, was a whiskey barrel.
Just figure out the largest of each type of warrior.
Every group, which is a warrior of the same type with more than one, gets scored.
Right.
So it doesn't like,
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
we'll score this, but this one won't score.
Right.
So we'll pull off everything that won't add to that one.
I see. It's got to be the largest group of a warrior.
I'd be very creative of these.
No, not largest, just
Not what?
not largest, just does it exist as a group?
Oh, anything not a group would be pulled off.
Yes.
I see.
So this will score the swords,
Do we
and
do
this will
end
also.
round scoring and then
Yes.
end game scoring?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Because that's
So
how.
you're saying you still have a chance?
No, no, there's no chance.
Earlier,
I think I have an
I'm just
outside.
trying to put dents.
I might be able to at least close the gap a bit, but it really
You can give
depends.
me 6.
Yeah, if Pete would stop doing this thing where he keeps adding his points, I would have.
If he would just stop playing. If he would just pass the rest of his.
Yeah, if he would just skip the last round, I might have a chance to close this gap.
You mean you don't skip his turn whenever he gets up to go get a beer, or
As long as he doesn't watch the YouTube video, he'll never know.
he doesn't watch YouTube.
So far, I'm really enjoying this. This is pretty neat. This little puzzle is kind of neat.
Have you not played it 4-player?
I played 1 round solitaire, and that's like all I've actually.
Oh, okay.
I've managed to play. But 4-player, I think definitely
Coming out stacked.
adds to the chaos of it.
I'm sure.
Because
Yeah.
basically, we'll score. These will score rows and columns.
I didn't know.
These are individual round scorings. And then at the end of the game,
Pigs.
Groups are warriors of like
The
kind,
idea
so you
of
can
the
see the
game
colors
is
matching.
you are pigs looking for
And then it comes down to how many warriors are there,
So I don't figure it's.
and then also domination and presence. So who has the most and who's just in it.
Alright, done.
But I figured that would be a good one to play at board game night.
Blue, last turn of the game. Make it a good one.
Yeah.
Because most of the time when we're playing, it's
Oh, yeah.
How do you determine? Oh, is this turn order?
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Because you can change it.
But also
There's a
like
change
something-
I realize that now.
This is a game that you
I was like, why is this game Widerschins? It's because it's Chinese?
Right. If they're on the opposite side of the world,
Chinese
they go
clocks
the
go
other way,
backwards.
and they go the other way.
Casey doesn't like work.
Chinese clocks like you just jump randomly around.
Because it's like, mine was stuck. All you're doing is, your turn is placing and picking up.
So it's 5 points.
Only if you put a base on
You
it.
gotta use the drop.
Oh, it's
I'm surprised by how many bases they give you, considering it doesn't look like anyone's even using half.
Coins.
Well, that might.
Players,
That's usually
Mhm.
terrible.
You know
fewer
how
players
I-
might be different.
I stole them.
Maybe not, though,
So
'cause
you
you-
get more.
Well, no, because you'll get more meeples.
More actions.
Well, he
if you-
still worked too. He's just not worth taking.
Yeah, I would get it.
I'm gonna buy.
I think if we were playing better, we probably would have
He
gotten
just had
more
the ability.
things out there,
Well, I don't
possibly,
see
but it's pretty crowded. So,
I mean, I think Pete's playing about as well as he could.
But
it does seem that way.
Blue, purple.
So technically,
What you got, Wade?
I had 3 of them last time. and I
I'm
had
gonna
one secret
go
this time.
here and pay.
Because I had 3, you had 1. That's 5.
Let's. What do we want to get here? Give me 5 points for whatever I do.
Nope, it's 5 points for the swordsman and 4 for everyone else.
See, there's 13 of these.
On terms of this.
And you have 2, I have 3.
This guy's the only 5-pointer left.
Oh. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, I might not need him. We'll see. Just trying to prevent loners at this point.
You're going to kill me on trees here.
So for right here, I mean, Pete's gonna get majority. No
Right.
matter how we square it. It's just a matter of.
Yeah, you're not adding any points by
I
getting.
never got to use
Just
it.
getting 2. I'm already getting 2 points.
Right,
being
and you
there,
couldn't. You can't change the results.
You could block Andy from getting 2 points. So
Yeah.
Really, that's important.
That's true.
That's worth doing just on its own.
You think that by itself would be worth it?
Back.
And this guy gives points to everybody around him.
Rows and columns.
I thought it was.
All right. So
So
right now I would get some points.
Mhm.
And if I put another guy here, does that add to those
Mhm.
points?
You don't
It
want
does.
yeah,
You get a point per word.
Oh. That's kind Nice.
I know, and that's the
of
bad
catch
thing.
is.
You're actually going to want one of the 2 on the deck.
Well, I think I'm gonna do the thing I know I want to do, and that's put
Or if I gave too much information, now you know what
this guy here.
oh, yeah.
Well, actually, I might want to do that for a second thing. I'm gonna do that anyway. Oh, I don't have any coins, so I wouldn't have been
Oh,
able
you
to.
take it.
Andy has all the points.
I didn't pay attention.
I used to have a lot of coins, but I spent a bunch.
Well, that's.
I thought you would take one
I'll
because
do
you have
that.
one of the points to go along with what I
You
did.
flipping your crossbow thing?
I don't know. It's already flipped. I can't do anything, and I can't pay the coins.
But then I also thought.
The second
if you
guy, I
picked
don't
that
have
up,
enough,
So you
so.
get
keep
one
you from
coin.
getting points, I would take
I
the
get a
deck
coin,
over
yeah.
at the end of the deck. Anyway, so I have to take it.
All right, done.
What I'm saying is that you would end up getting, so it was this card.
Now I can flip my
You would end up
crossbow.
getting points.
Oh no. Oh yeah, it is. I flipped the crossbow.
I think we're taking worse.
Doesn't do any good for me now, but whatever. I'm done.
I don't want this deck.
That's probably as good as it gets. Yeah.
Canopy.
Oh, okay.
See, this one had 2. That one has.
Ooh, that's dumb.
So you're going to get 0 still. But I couldn't take that.
Oh, that sucks, 'cause I don't know if I'm gonna get
Exactly,
rid
that's
of
why I
it.
couldn't take the deck.
That's sweet. Oh wait,
I'm
drought, I
spend
gotta get rid of one.
2.
Okay, so you get rid of it first to save.
Spin the wheel.
I'm gonna get rid of the disease
So
when we get there.
That was
I needed
the
somebody to
reason
spin
why I
the
didn't
wheel
want
before
that.
my
Is 'cause I
turn.
didn't have
Yeah.
a card.
Already did.
Okay.
You should've gone before
First
Andy.
of all, it's animal.
I
Or
tried.
after. You should have gone after Andy.
Alex
That's what
took the first player token.
Now the question is, do I want to do 3, 2, and 1, or 3, 2, and 1?
Anything that tells me anything. Okay, so wall black was first. Let's see, I can't remember.
I'm gonna build.
Seeds. We don't have seeds anymore.
Sword and
Right, this next
crossbow.
is fire and disease, which.
So this is settled.
2, those are gone. Tree count is next, which you're gonna get.
Yeah, so that's.
I'm gonna win.
You count them all anyway, but you're gonna get the bonus
grouping.
of that's for your tree bonus. So you still need to count him.
Wait, I have 4 and then 1.
He's
Okay.
he's
We'll do a sword.
He's 5.
If you'll pass me a sword, please.
5. He's
And
1 extra
you flip
point
the
for every
tokens,
completed
I
tree.
did.
Can
So
you
get
give
one, like you
Andy
said.
6
Yeah.
points?
He's nothing yet.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So you get 6 points for trees.
And I want to put him
Trees. I
here.
get
There he goes.
Nothing for trees.
and I will take
Next
2
Plants and
clay.
weather. Plants.
And then do I build a specialist?
You don't have the
Oh, I don't have the spear.
Did you flip your sword? So that would get you another. I tell you.
You did.
Did you? So you get 1 more point for that, right?
You got it.
Oh, you
okay.
can move the
And you can move the
move
inspector.
the inspectors as well.
Oh, right. But only 1 tick and only forward.
Okay.
Nope, you can go forward or
And
back.
then the
Or
last
back,
is
yeah.
clean up.
Oh, because it's a sword.
Wildlife?
Yeah.
Bangarang.
Nope. Well, really?
Well, that was a good turn.
That was pretty good.
No,
All right,
at this point,
what nonsense
at the
am I
very
gonna do here?
beginning, because
I don't know,
if it's
quit.
I
then-
don't really have good stuff.
Then you would be.
Go home?
never-
Resign.
He's already home.
He doesn't know that.
Where am I? What am I doing here? Oh, I can do that. Yeah, so anyway. That way is very good. So, nothing.
I'm just switching file to file. So I can glance over and see where I'm at. You're actually winning.
Oh no.
Don't say it like you're surprised.
Well, last time I had won, it was like 10 points or something.
Yeah, you know about that.
There's that.
So because you explained all the rules wrong?
Yeah, we were.
Somewhat. It's not a hard game to play, it's just that once, it was a lot of weird, like,
Alright,
Does
so
this
it's
make
got
sense?
a
Yeah,
better
it's
than 4 points.
there's like one rule in here that I still don't think makes sense, but it says any card. So there's a card that's a draw card, which is considered a threat card, and it's an immediate action, it says discard any card from your forest. Well, there's also a threat of a fire. Well, a fire is a threat card, so you would think you can't discard the fire card, but it says any card. So you kind of want to discard. When you build up fire, it has a negative effect. You can have 1 or 2 have 2. So it's kind of like one of those things like, should you let a threat card be discarded? A drop of fire doesn't make sense. If you have a drought, you're going to have a fire. But it says any.
I don't like it.
That's like one weird thing.
And there's no.
Well, sometimes the team doesn't perfectly match the mechanics.
Oh, and the expansions on this and adding.
Alright, and that's it.
Totally change the game.
So we're gonna do scoring, the last scoring phase, and then we'll do in-game scoring.
Yep.
Scoring phase, inspectors.
So we're gonna do this inspector,
Uh-huh.
and it looks like purple
Well, the
is
difference
Purple is-
you can
so
have
7 points
a
for purple.
season very-
And then
Yellow and
yellow
blue each
blue.
get
good
3.
and bad.
Can you move me?
But then the extra.
This one looks like yellow gets 7,
But yeah, each
purple
round you
gets
basically
3,
look at
green
that,
gets 3.
decide if you
You
want
wanna
to
move
keep it
in
or
3?
not, add card to it. Go to your next
Okay.
action.
Musicians.
You keep it.
Let's just start over here.
So I keep
So,
doing those cards for the next.
Let-
round.
Can we just do score just the
What is
row?
it?
Yeah, that'll work. So row is gonna get 2 for green.
And then I show
2
the
for
card
yellow,
taken
1
out, so I
1 for
only got to
purple.
draw 1 card
Yep.
off the top.
Column is gonna be 2 for yellow, 2 for blue, 1 for purple. Okay.
So the other variant of this is that this is a
Uh,
complete tree.
1 for blue.
So if
yeah.
you look at some of these cards,
And
they have where your
then 1
tree
for
has to be
purple.
completed.
Is it just 1? These guys don't count.
Yeah,
So
those
see,
aren't
he's actually
those
gonna
aren't the
have 2
guys.
points 'cause
Those
that's
are
a complete
tiebreakers
tree.
for those.
But there's some that
Right.
require-
But that counts as your guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we got
And
1
then
for blue and 1
So
for
he's got a
purple.
tall tree,
this
so
way
he's
it's going to
gonna
go
pay
1 for green.
The first game
2,
we
3
played
for
didn't
blue.
shuffle well, so all the canopies were.
Okay, is that all? Oh, and there's this one here. So 1, 2 for blue.
2 for blue,
3 for green.
For the first 2 rounds, we're
In the
like,
other
we
direction
can't
is
build a
1
tree.
purple, 1 yellow.
And I'm gonna need this 100-point marker. I don't want to be anyone confused that I did really bad.
Alright.
Scoring tiles. So dominance on the middle column is green,
So what's that?
13 points.
13.
And yellow and purple and blue, everyone else gets 6.
down, but you have basically
Man, just
middle piece.
heat is inking in, like just.
And we didn't figure that out till the very end.
It's so good.
Sneaking around.
I kept thinking there was a
So that brings us to in-game scoring.
Okay.
Score each footman based on the number of warriors occupying the 8 spaces around him. So it's going to be for domination, receive 8 points.
So there I get 8.
For presence, you receive 2.
And then green gets 2.
Only the actual number of warriors is counted. A horse with its warrior still only counts as 1 warrior.
Okay, so that's that guy. Now there's this guy.
Okay.
Dominance is
Yellow.
yellow.
This tells you how many cards
Got
are
it.
in that. This tells you that it's
And
scored.
purple and green have presence.
If it's a lightning bolt, it's
So
scored.
2 and 2.
And
So yeah, there's some.
There's another one down there.
So like I know there's
Alright.
2 weeks.
blue is dominant, so blue gets 8.
Have the other. There's not gonna be another one today. Or if
Oh,
you
it's
see
8.
it.
Yellow as presence gets 2.
And then there's this one.
Oh, there is
It's
that
like, well, it
one.
was something we had
Which
earlier. I'm like,
looks like it's a
oh, this
3-way
is
tie.
Well,
No, he's got a tiebreaker.
Oh.
He's got a tiebreaker.
So blue gets
So
dominance.
that option, these actually add like. this
Green and
stuff
purple each get
at the
2.
end of each season. That's all that is.
Okay.
I'm so last.
We can go ahead and remove those. It's going to make life a little easier here in a moment.
Peter, you gonna lap anybody?
I'm
Close.
So,
It's close.
remember-
Coming up on
catch
later.
me.
Been building
I'm-
a tree.
a group
Lagging.
is a collection of 2 or more warriors of the same type.
Okay.
So we're going to remove anything that isn't a group. So this
This guy is a
crossbowman, for
group.
instance,
Non-group.
that spearman,
Non-group.
Yeah, I had bought
This
the game,
spearman.
I thought my daughter and my wife would play, and they looked at
This
me.
halberd guy.
Well, did you
No,
say
he's got-
that
he's got-
these
this
guys
counts as-
count?
It would be like,
That counts.
I brought one of them.
That
it's
gives
called
him-
King of the Jungle.
I think that makes him a group,
It
right?
makes him a group.
Same with the
A deck building
swordsman.
game, you draw and you
Yes.
build up your animal.
well, that swordsman's a group because if nothing else.
Oh
is-
yeah, he's got this one.
This guy not a group.
Building with, you know,
No, he's with this
My daughter.
spearman here.
Oh, that's right. He's with the horse. Okay. That makes
Don't you know
everybody
you're
else a
always in a
group.
group if you're at the horse's ass?
Okay. Recall that a group must contain at least 2 warriors, or at least 1 warrior and a kneeling archer. Alright, so score each group separately as follows. Each warrior is worth a number of victory points equal to the number of different players having at least 1 warrior within that group. Simply count the number of different color of bases present.
Okay, so this group has 2 different bases, so
Do I want
2
to in
points
around
per.
and not get?
So that's
Okay.
4 for yellow
Points, I guess.
and 2 for green.
Nice. And then we take them off.
And if at least 2 players have at least 1 warrior, evaluate dominance and presence.
Okay.
So domination's going to receive 5 points.
Wow.
Kneeling archers break ties. Presence gets 2.
Okay. Sing it.
Score,
Well, it's.
and
Well,
then
it just keeps stacking up
we'll
against
get
you.
there, but also score each kneeling archer. The player whose warrior the kneeling archer's faces receive 2 victory points. I guess we can. So
We'll
careful removing things because in the future, like
There were
those
no
don't-
kneeling archers on that one.
Right, there are no kneeling archers.
But if there are kneeling archers,
Right.
they do what now?
So let's not remove anybody from a group until we completely score the group.
Okay.
we'll just have to remember
So
which.
this group,
That's, oh yeah, that's a big
Yep.
group.
It's all
That's
swordsmen.
3 colors.
3 colors.
Everybody's worth
So
3.
each guy is worth 3. So that's 6 for yellow. That's 3 for purple. And that's 6 for green.
Okay.
And then domination is a tie with no tiebreaker. I don't remember. We talked about domination. I don't think. I think that just means everyone gets presence. But let me. If you score points for domination, do not score for presence. If there's an unbreakable tie for domination between 2 or more players, nobody receives a domination. However, all tie players get presence.
2 presents?
Yep.
2.
Okay.
So that's everything for this group. And you can go.
Okay.
Okay, we're at
Now we've got these 2
tree.
lone
Now,
archers. This is the entire group.
a tree.
So that's 2 points, or it'd be
Right.
yeah, 2 points because one person's in it.
No dominance because it's not
Only
two
one
players.
player, right?
Just firing your points.
Okay.
If you have the
Correct.
top tree this round, which you do, so you're going to get.
This group.
Pay you for 5 extra points, which is going to be.
So blue is gonna get
One of these.
1 point.
This would be
No,
here.
he's a.
That's a different type.
So
Oh, it is a
whoever you.
So blue gets 1 point, is what that looks like.
Gotcha.
And because
The two.
yeah, that's what I was
This
just about
round is
to.
just what you complete.
Okay, so
2 points for the kneeling archer. So we can go ahead and pull that off.
Oh, Andy, you get to use your token.
Which one?
You made it to 100.
Hey.
Alex gets to use your token. You have 100.
Oh, jeez.
Pete's about to flip, or yeah, about to flip over
Yeah,
to
he's
200.
gonna laugh.
So let's do crossbowmen, I suppose, next.
Crossbowman goes up to here.
1 times 1, 2.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
the
that's
crossbowman.
So it's only 2 colors, so everything's 2.
So purple and blue are participants. Purple's gonna get domination.
Well, let's do the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for
I gave you
3
5 for that.
Right.
3 guys. And what's
and then
domination?
he gets 2.
You get that. which
Hold on,
was-
let's do the
Yeah,
Blue
same
gets
way.
2.
He gets 2 for guys.
Okay.
Then
Now you
purple
get
gets 5 for
domination.
domination.
5 for domination.
3, 4, 5.
And you get
Okay.
to use your token.
Oh, we
Hey!
have one.
And he
And
gets presents, so he gets 2.
2.
Alex gets 2.
but then there's a kneeling.
And then
there's
there's
2
two
kneeling
kneeling
archers.
Two
archers.
nights,
I
that's
got
4
that.
points.
So he gets 4 points for kneeling archers.
Yeah.
And then that takes that whole group off.
There you go. That closed the gap a little bit.
Let's do the helmets last because that's our biggest group. That'd just be
And then
exciting that way.
this is
Now.
2
Yeah.
guys.
2 crossbowmen for
2 crossbows.
Alex.
That's
So-
2 points, right?
Yep.
No dominance, no kneeling archers.
Correct.
Close, so now I-
And then we get the spearman.
Same deal, 2 guys.
Yep, 2 points.
3.
1, 2. That's it.
Then we get these swords, so purple and yellow.
4.
So they're 2 points apiece. Purple and yellow each get 2
2.
points.
I missed 1.
1, 2.
I have a tiebreaker, so I have
Yellow's
dominance.
going to get dominance.
Okay.
And 2 points for having the archer pointing at you. So we can pull that
I
off.
multiplied him, I multiplied him. He did not.
Alright.
So finally, the last group is going to be 3 points apiece. So green's going to get 9 points.
And weather.
6.
You want to flip my token over?
Yes.
No, they don't.
1, 2, 3. And green gets
9 points.
9 points.
Yellow's going to get 6 points.
Done.
Already did
Done.
that.
Yep.
Blue got their
Already
3
got
points.
3 done.
Yeah.
Okay,
Green
and
gets
then-
5 extra.
Right, for domination.
Got 2.
And then yellow and blue each get 2.
1, 2.
Yes.
1, 2. 5.
And if you bought this game at GenCon, give yourself 100 points.
I don't think that's in
If this
there.
game, if you travel with this game for more than 36 hours in an airport,
Because where it was.
That's worth
it.
2 points. I'd give you 2 points for
There's a
having,
variety of small point scoring going on at the end.
I'd give you 2 points for having to, spend that much time in the airport.
Dude,
I watched your travails.
it was a whole thing.
Everybody
Uh,
flying right now is having.
So 204
Oh my gosh.
in first place, 150 in second place, 112 and 13 for third and fourth.
Yep.
Inversely.
Yes. What a game. Did Joe enjoy Terracotta Army?
I did. That's pretty fun. Yeah. I'd definitely be interested in playing it again sometime.